диджеем. Руки прочь от диджеев. Перестаньте давать ему свои пластинки. Эй, диджей, все нормально. Слышишь, все нормально. Играй свою музыку, диджей. Давай, 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 кислотный диджей. Эй, кислотный мьюзик. Эй, кислотный people. Эй, давай, давай, веселей. Кислотный диджей. Эй, кислотный мьюзик. Эй, кислотный people. Эй, давай, давай, веселей. Кислотный диджей. Эй, кислотный мьюзик. Эй, кислотный people. Эй, давай, давай, веселей. Кислотный диджей. Эй, кислотный мьюзик. Эй, кислотный people. Эй, давай, давай, веселей.
New day. New day to start over. Phil 2.0.
Howdy, everyone. Hope everyone's groovy. I'm really groovy because I'm excited to see what DSP's up to, and I get a chair. Pretty cool, huh? So I did catch a little bit at work. He went on this tangent about how he did everything he could. Now people are threatening him, and he chatted with them, and they kept saying the same thing over and over again. And now he's done ever helping anybody ever, which it's a manipulative tactic for sure. For sure. Because how it works is you barely put in any work, right? Right? And then when someone calls you on it, you could say, oh, see, I see there's no pleasing you. I'm done. I'm done even trying. It's a pretty cute little tactic, really. And it's apparently going to pay off for Phil. Because what are you going to do about it? Make him do stuff? Nope, that's over. A part of me wants to think that this was kind of his plan from the beginning, or at least a beginning point, was that he wanted to salt the earth and make sure that no one could ever ask him for anything ever again. And this has been a pretty good way. And he now can put his foot down, quote unquote, and say that nothing will ever appease the trolls. I don't know, dude. I mean, maybe you could put in some sort of work at all. And when people were saying, or he was saying, there's no email system. And yet, Duty showed that there was. So, I guess I'm just stupid and confused. How is everybody? When has he ever helped anyone? Never, really. He did try and help Rambo get popular by shitting on him. How's everybody? Barry,
you guys want food?
Oh.
Holy shit, man. This food is amazing. Are you guys ready for this? Let me get Dutch on the leaderboard because he was the last super chatter.
I'm going to
start eating. This food is so good.
He's in
It is
perpetuals.
ridiculously good. It is way better
He's
than
in the middle of
last time I
ranking
ordered
horror
pizza.
movies, just like the standby program suggested. Oh.
So, Dutch, thank you for that last super chat. I appreciate that.
Oh, I don't know about that. How is he...
Excuse me.
How is he quantifying it? Like if they're
All right, guys, you
scary
ready?
or
Here we
whatnot?
go. I'm going to start recording. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Feasting with Phil, the Tasteful Truth. Yes, we gave this series a new name.
You got to brand
and
it.
today is my big birthday celebration. Incidentally, it's the day
So
after my birthday. But I'm here live on stream
He
with
was
everyone.
reminiscing, right?
And we're about to have a live meal.
And part about living
And the
in
meal
the
I
past
chose
is
today is something that I really like, but it's pretty expensive.
So he went and got another car
but my
wreck and
God,
burned
is
half
it
his
good? Are
face
you
again.
ready for this? Ladies
This time
and
he got the
gentlemen,
hairline pretty bad.
First of all, loaded nachos
Yeah, I see that.
with jalapeno chicken,
He's got this notch in his
salsa,
head.
cilantro, guac, cheese, and many other
Guac.
things. Look at those nachos.
That doesn't look good, man.
How good does that freaking look?
Not.
Amazing, right? But then,
It doesn't really have a good
the
presentation.
piece de
DSP.
resistance.
Sorry, your paper plates aren't doing it for me.
Supreme deep dish style pizza.
That is not deep dish style pizza, DSP. I would think you would know that. You were up in
Pan
the East
pizza.
Coast.
Deep dish style, that is. Okay?
Whatever.
Pan
I'm
pizza
already
style.
annoyed.
It is amazing. Look at the
Right,
amount of
like,
toppings
Phil,
on the pizza.
like it's-
That's wild. It's so
I don't want to
good.
participate in that.
I'm so happy. It smells
Phil has a literal
absolutely
diss.
freaking amazing. I can't wait to eat this. This is the opposite of the last
Maybe
time I ordered
Cat
pizza
hit him in
where
the head
they
with a
just
knife or
skimmed.
something.
This is like they went overboard.
See, that's what happened. Is she spilled the
first thing I'm
ramen
gonna do
on
is
her,
take a
and
bite.
she felt so
This is
embarrassed.
everything. It has
She
tomato.
used
It has green onions.
like one of those
Excuse me, green peppers.
kind of like those
onions,
hook blades, those sugar cane
olives.
hooks.
It
and
also
she
has
just took it
pepperoni,
right
and I
to the
believe
top
there's
of
some
his head.
meatball on here too, mixed in. So pretty crazy.
Paper
Where do
plate
we get this
doesn't
from?
really
A
do
local
much for
place
the
called
presentation,
BJ's.
DSP.
It's
You might as well
a
put it in
pub,
one of those
but
bowls
also
that
has
had the
all kinds of
straw
Americanized food and has
attached to it,
pizza and all
like I
kinds
had
of
in the
stuff.
90s. That
So,
thing was pretty
I'm
dope.
very
Let
happy
me see
to
if I
have
can
this
find
as
it.
my real birthday meal. Ready? Look at this.
Real birthday meal. Whatever Cat made, trash.
Wow. Wow, is so good.
Yeah. You might as well put one of these on there.
Super duper good.
Eat your nachos like that. Is there such a
Toppings
thing
are
as
fresh
Polish pizza?
and even
I would think there
crunchy,
should
which
be.
is how you want veggies. The dough is chewy and flavorful.
That's a reasonable amount of toppings, really. My friend puts so much toppings on his pizza that it falls over. He damages the structural
cheese is
integrity
good.
of the pizza.
The sauce has seasoning to it.
How are the nacho graphics, Phil? They're buggy.
Man.
They're kind of blurry. Need a bit more polygons. Do we
Wow.
get some?
It is super duper good pizza, man.
Thank you for eating in front
It
of
is
me.
expensive. The thing is, this is one of the two pizza places I like around here. The other is the Rock wood-fired pizza, and this is BJ's dish-style pizza. Usually the Rock
Doxed.
is good. Last time I ordered, though, they skimped so much on
Yeah,
the toppings.
same
I
here.
felt like it was
It's
a complete
gross, man.
rip-off. Look what this is not skimping. This is like insane.
Because I smack my lips enough
Crazy
as it
loaded.
is
I'm
just
very happy
talking.
with this.
This is worse than a pizza party at school. The teacher eating the pizza right in front of the kids. And saying, we're having a good time, right?
Lutz, how could this remind you of Costco pizza? It's thick, dish-style pizza.
It does look like
It's
Costco
not
pizza.
floppy pieces you fold like Costco.
Okay, whatever. There's no way he's not pre-diabetic
pepperoni.
by now. I would think so. The
Wow,
only thing
that's
that would
good.
keep him from being pre-diabetic is Cat eating all his food. She's eating everything.
I'm probably just gonna eat the whole
She
slice,
even
then go to
found
the
a
nachos
hidden
and go back
stash
to
of
this
food
one.
and she ate it. She smelled it from where she was standing.
I'm also very, very hungry. I did have 3 shots of gin earlier today.
3
during
shots.
this
Is that why
marathon.
we're up to
But, there's more
467?
to come. Crispy.
Yeah, I can't wait for cake. She's crazy. There's no...
So delicious.
This is gross, man.
Thank you, Giant Emily Krabs. Happy belated birthday. Thank you.
Do you guys
Only
like
one
this?
day late, and I wasn't here yesterday. It's all good.
Do you guys like this? You like watching a 41-year-old man celebrate his
You don't need
birthday
dipping sauce.
in
Or
front of
oh, you have
gamer
dipping
stuff
sauce for that? Dipping sauce.
while
Real good
eating
you don't
pizza
dip
in
it
front of
anything.
us
You just
and
eat the
groaning
pizza.
into the mic?
Dipping sauce is for bad pizza.
I don't know. I think Dante didn't have enough imagination to really conceptualize this circle of hell. It looks like grocery store deli pizza really bad. It doesn't look great.
What food am I eating? What are the toppings? People are late. It's deep dish style.
It looks thick, but it
Pan
doesn't look
pizza
good thick, you
from
know?
a place
It looks
called
like it's
BJ's.
empty breading.
It is green peppers, chunks of fresh tomato, onion, olive,
Hold it up. I
pepperoni,
can't see.
a little bit of meatball, but light on meatball, and then of course
okay.
cheese and sauce.
Because we got gout, you know?
Incredibly good.
Food snob. Yeah, DSP is huge Italian. He doesn't even need to take the 23andMe. He just likes Italian spices and cheeses. That was such an incredibly dumb quote.
Yes, Tyler,
This
I
has
saw both
Italian
Ghost Rider
cheese,
movies.
so
That's
if you're
starting to-
Italian, you might like it. Or you will like it. Why do they even bother with 23andMe? Just send around a plate of cheese to people and say, hey, which cheese do you
Have
like?
a good night.
That's
See you
what your
later. Thanks for
ethnicity is.
chilling today.
The thing I hate most about these is that he talks while he eats. Yes, and,
Slayer,
and
no,
lip
this is not
smacks.
considered Chicago deep dish. Chicago deep dish is almost like eating pie.
Yeah, I was going to say, that
pan
is
pizza.
definitely not
This is actually what Pizza
Doxed?
Hut used to be like. They used to make pan pizza like this.
Stop,
They don't do
man.
that
Drink some water or something before you talk. It hurts.
anymore. This is so good. Chewy, doughy, but not soggy.
I was told one time that I'm
Crispy on the
autistic
end.
for not enjoying the sound of lip smacking. To which I insist that
seasoned
you
well.
have something wrong with you.
Cheese that kind of like cooked and caramelized on the bread. Oh my god.
I came in during the best time.
Thanks for
Clearly.
feasting with Phil. My birthday celebration.
Is this the tasteful part?
I can't wait to try these nachos. Look at this.
That's a detractor meme.
This
Hey,
just
look at
looks
that.
nuts.
Jade is eating too.
Get the guac off the edge
Sweet.
of the plate here. This just
It's like
looks
we're all
wild.
buddies.
Look at this. Nacho cheese with
Each
chicken.
close. That
and
is true, like
jalapeno on
Brecky.
it.
It's completely up to the mixtures. Sure thing, Dustin. I didn't want to miss a minute of this.
That is good. Wow.
No,
The reason these nachos are so good delivery, they put them in a pizza box.
What does that
So
mean?
they spread them out flat. They don't crush them together. They don't have them condensed, so the heat can air out and it doesn't make it wet in the box. So all the chips.
Did DSP
stay
learn this
crispy,
in his school, thermodynamics?
which is what you want in nachos.
That was part of his continuous improvement, you know?
That's what you want. You don't want soggy
Caramelized
nachos.
gout. We should talk to the local pizza place and see if we could name it after. Okay, so my great grandfather, he died of cancer, right? And his name was Herbert
really, Slayer?
Gout, and
Grandma's
he
getting
loved
2 for 1
pizza.
cake, a mango, and
So he
lychee.
would really love it if you
Is that how you
made
pronounce it,
the gout
lychee?
pizza.
We don't have that here in America, so I don't know how you
We
pronounce
would love
it,
your
but I know
content,
exactly
dude.
It's very popular in like.
He goes there next time. What the fuck? Gout pizza? Oh, no. Okay, I see. This place is toxified. Look at this. What's so funny about gout pizza? Look, it's
Derek, of
got
course,
pig's
I've
feet
had
on it.
nachos many times. These are superb. Superb.
He orders
nachos.
like 5 pounds of
Different
food and
kinds
throws
of
away
cheese on
80%.
it, too.
It's really wasteful. Then again, maybe Kat's right outside, just mouth open, and he dumps it right into her mouth.
Yummy.
Like a garbage bin. Does he have teeth? He might not for long. He seems to indicate that he has a damaged tooth. Because I have a damaged tooth. So I know what it looks like. That's
Man,
why
I love
also
these
I'm never
are
going to eat
spicy.
on screen. That's
be
disgusting
careful.
watching me eat because I wince in pain and all
They
that.
are pretty
No.
spicy. Whew. They're definitely not the tamed kind of jalapenos.
That would be wild if during one
There's one
stream
right
he
on
was
here.
eating and his tooth just snapped.
Wow. Wow.
It makes me wonder, what would you get? Would you get, ah, my tooth snapped? Or would you
What a
see a
crunch.
genuine reaction of terror in his face? I imagine the real terror. Oh my god, guys, I'm going to
Thank you.
need
Golden
money
Nobles is happy
now
birthday.
more
bro.
than
Thank
ever.
you. Golden Nobles.
That being said, let me finish my meal.
Yes, I will be having a piece of birthday cake later tonight. Live on this stream. Indeed, I will. My wife made me a birthday cake.
Oh, good.
Yummy. It's similar to other fruits like longan and rambutan. See, again, we don't have those here either, Slayer.
Huh? You made those up.
Wow.
Oh, come on, DSP. At least give us old DSP. You can taste
So
like
good.
the zest of the
And that's
pepper.
delivery.
and
That's
it,
not
like,
fresh. It came delivery.
accents the dryness of the chip.
And the fact it's still that
Come on,
crunchy
let's hear
delivery
more
is
of
just
that.
outstanding.
We made fun of him too much for it, and he took it seriously.
Thank you, Derek. It's a happy birthday. Thank
Yes,
you, Derek.
Derek, you've said happy birthday already, man. Goodbye.
It's superb. I absolutely love these nachos. So everything I got today from BJ's is much better than when I got the rock wood-fired pizza
Yeah, let's
last year,
ban
was it?
Rockwood.
Or earlier this year. That one had, they skimped on
That
the
crunch.
toppings and the nachos were
That
soggy.
awful crunch.
This is the complete and utter opposite.
That's what he should just name this eating segment, The Crunch. You guys, welcome to the first episode of The Crunch. And I figured it was only appropriate
Wow, Slayer, you're
to
actually
have the
getting
first
three separate
episode
cakes, dude.
be
You're lucky.
Captain Crunch.
I'm happy with my one
so,
cake.
back in the
I probably won't
80s,
even
they
eat
made
that
this
much of
cereal
it.
called
I'm not
Captain
a sweets
Crunch.
guy. I'm happy my wife still makes it for me.
I got a little divot in one of my upper
right, Derek,
incisors
we'll see you later.
somewhere as a kid. Had a pip.
Yes, I am enjoying getting to eat whatever I wanted today. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, it's all stuck.
Alien discovers nachos for the first time. Oh, that's
It's
pretty
good,
cool.
but it's all
It's kind of stuck together, though. Superb. He said
Oh my
superb a few
God.
times. It drifts in
There's
and
a
out.
lot
That
of
one does.
cheese on there. A lot of cheese.
But
Lots of
it's
chicken.
it must be on the upswing.
Chicken's all right.
It's kind of like we should
It's
have
gonna be like
those
impossible. Look at this. How am I gonna eat this?
like stock market lines for DSP's words
How
that
do you
he
eat
says
that?
over and over.
See you later, ruffian. All right, I guess I'm eating it like this. Look at this.
I was
I'm gonna eat it
told
just
to
like this.
maximize DSP's
Shove that
volume
right to my
more.
mouth.
I hope you're proud of yourself. God, look at that face.
A mouthful of guac.
I think even Cro-Magnon would say this guy needs to chill out.
Holy guacamole. Literally, that was really good
Look,
too.
man, I eat mammoth with increased fervor, and
Mm.
even I think you're ridiculous. I can touch the part that juts out. It's kind of like a thorn or spike. It's not sharp enough to hurt.
So good.
That's really weird. It would bother me like crazy.
I know you guys love this.
No.
People are joining late asking what I'm eating. Nachos. Delicious nachos.
Doesn't matter. It could be gruel for all we care. Put it down.
I'm going to go back to the pizza now.
Okay. Tag in pizza.
And then we'll try to finish the nachos after. Look at the size.
Right in the ear, man. Damn.
Of this piece of pizza.
Drink some
it's almost the
freaking water,
entire
man.
size of my plate. You see that?
He leaned in
It's
and
a
lips me.
giant piece of pizza. This is BJ's. It's called BJ's Brewery, but I'm pretty sure they're only like
I bet Kat really enjoys
around
this.
this area, like Pacific Northwest.
I bet she
of the US.
really
I don't think they're
appreciates when
around
he
everywhere.
eats in a different room.
The nachos have a little everything: guacamole,
Just a bunch of...
cheese of multiple kinds, like nacho cheese and melted cheese, chicken,
It's like, damn,
cilantro,
man.
like chunks
Were
of
you
onion
raised
and
by
tomato,
wolves?
jalapeno, everything. Dude, it's so good. So good.
It keeps doing it. Keep doing it. One more time. There you go. Nice.
What is my favorite pizza? My favorite pizza still remains East Coast Italian style pizza.
No
Nothing
kidding.
like
It's-
this. More
it's
like the floppy
barbaric
big
how he
slice that you
eats.
fold over and you eat. That's what I grew up with.
Why is he looking
These are
around?
still
Are other
amazing.
people there? Yeah, I assume the people who
Ladies
are
and
sharing the
gentlemen,
food with
Emil,
him. He
we have
keeps
not
saying
seen
we.
in many months,
Emil, 50
has just showed up
memberships.
and gifted 50 memberships to the
Where's
channel.
mine?
50. Congratulations to everyone who is now receiving a gifted
Come on,
membership.
come on. It's like the lottery. Let me see Lynn
Most of
Range on there.
Most of you here, I think.
Oh,
Wow.
come on, man.
That's something stuck in my tooth.
I guess I technically have like a 1 in 4 chance. Something like
Congratulations, everyone, and thank you so much, Emil, for the overwhelming amount of channel
Stop
support
lip
right now.
smacking.
That's
I'm
crazy.
focusing,
Thank you,
DSP.
Emil. All right, look at this. It's so big I can barely
Who's
hold
that?
the piece.
This is bullcrap. Still none from me. Ah, I demand a recount. Oh, there's some more. Okay.
Did everyone get them? I don't
I
think
didn't-
everyone got them.
I didn't get
There's more that need to
shit,
be
Phil.
accepted.
Man,
Nope. More people are accepting right now.
there's a lot of names you never see talk now. Look at this Derpy LaDerp. I've never heard that guy
Like
talk.
literally everyone's getting one. Pretty
Live
crazy.
at the Outpost. Man, where are all these people? Why don't they ever talk? Jade,
pizza does
Jade,
eat
you've
really
mentioned
well.
that. You said you're eating.
The pizza
Shut
does
up.
not get rock hard like shitty fast food
It
pizza.
time eat, yes.
Jay's
Did you
eating
get
too.
that
Good
gun
time to
built?
eat, Jay.
Yes, I did. I'm going to be doing some detail work on it. Will too.
Certainly now you probably appetized.
Yeah, I think he filled that back up with
Is
water.
BJ's national? I didn't know that.
See, in Area
BJ's is a
57, they
national
use
chain, I've been
high-tech
told.
fabricators
Cool.
to
This is great
shape food
pizza,
paste
man.
in any shape and texture. All that food is made of slop specifically. That, holy crap, look, you're not supposed to tell our industrial secrets like Bracky. Can you not do that? Fast food bad segment. Fast food bad. Now watch as I shovel food that's arguably just as bad into my face.
Yeah, guys, I
Girasulu,
don't understand how the whole
nice.
brand account thing works. I don't know
High grade, right?
why only
Yeah, I
certain
wish
people
they
can
had made
accept
a
the
master grade
memberships and others
Girasulu.
can't. I wish I understood it.
Stop
It doesn't really
slapping.
make sense.
Or smacking your lips.
Apologies if you just tried to get a membership.
Sorry, there was a
You get one of the
Freudian
gifted
slip
ones.
there. Just ignore that. Feels extra gross during these segments on purpose to stick it to the trolls. But shouldn't he have enough respect for his
No,
viewers
Jocko, I
to
didn't
not
see
do
the Mario
that?
movie.
Shouldn't his respect for his viewers
I know many of you did.
supersede
People
his
were saying it's good,
disdain
some people
for
say
his
it's not
trolls?
good. It's kind of
And if
like
not,
torn on it.
why, DSP? Come on, honey, it's my birthday. You said you'd touch
No,
me
I do
down
not
there.
like hot wings. No, I do not. Nope.
No. No, I hate hot wings. Reminds me of my car fire.
Yeah, we're still in Ramadan. We are.
Bill, have you heard of the Gundam tabletop game that you can play with the model
Not
kits?
me, obviously.
I have built most of my team. There are some other figures I need to build for my team, though.
Lucky
Burp,
3
lip
Leaves and
smack,
says, I need to know if you
take that,
enjoy
troll.
Chicago-style pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, if you expect
No, man.
Chicago-style pizza before I patronize your stream. I've had it twice in Chicago and loved it both times. It's very different. It's like pie, right? It's like cheese and meat pie, but it's very good for what it is. But my God, I couldn't eat that all the time.
Isn't
It's so
pizza
crazy,
technically
right?
already pie? It doesn't matter.
It is good.
DSP wonder why these compared. Yeah. Why am I like a pig? I'm nothing like a pig. Oink, oink, oink. Yeah, that's what I do on my streams.
Thank you. Real
Oink,
Master
oink,
Mike says,
oink.
happy birthday, Phil. Thank you for always streaming and uploading content. You're
No,
welcome.
what you do is as you eat. It's disgusting. You could at least like play some music or something to drown out a little bit of it, you know? Something more than nothing.
It's funny because someone said, "Oh, you're only eating 2 pieces of pizza." I'm like, dude, I'm eating 2 giant pieces of this pizza and it's nachos. You really think I could eat more than that now? But that's the good thing is this pizza, you get so much left over. You get so many leftovers for later. It's perfect.
How many slices could it be?
DC has a birthday haiku for us. DC says, "Happy birthday, Phil. Another year in the books. Cheers to 41." Thank you, DC. I'm really enjoying
DC, I would
It's
implore
really
you to
birthday
find
after
some better
meal.
creative
Literally after the
outlets.
birthday meal, I guess.
This is gross. I'm being punished for something, aren't I? What'd I do? Was it because I failed to yield that one time? Look, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was going to turn into this.
Yes, I always bob while I eat all the time as I'm eating.
Yeah, pretty much. You
Just like
bob
this.
in general.
And I eat.
You're like a 1920s cartoon. You're always going up and
Absolutely.
down, you know? Carnival music would be perfect, yes. Though a clown eating pizza would probably be funny. I wonder what kind of gimmick you would do with it. Like you would have the pizza slice up to your face and the pizza slice would slap you in the face and then you'd honk your horn. Hell yeah.
Emo, thank you. He says, "Happy birthday. Thank you for the great content." Thank you.
Cat's
Emo,
very
for your ongoing
merciful.
support.
You
I haven't
get
seen you
2
in a while. I hope
pieces.
you're doing well.
That's going to have to last you the weekend,
Thank
buddy.
you so much today, man. That was so nice of you. That helps the community out so much, man.
He bobs when anyone near him talks. He bobs when Leanna talks, my wife talks, when a side scroll. Yeah, he does a lot of that. He really does. It's kind of like a quiet goat laugh. It shows that he's engaged in whatever he's doing.
I will check our total number of members when I'm done eating. I can't really do much right now.
Maybe what he's doing there is he isn't bobbing, but what you're seeing is cancelings. And because there's no actions associated with bobbing, it just looks like bobbing.
No, donating money has absolutely nothing to do with being a moderator. I have moderators who have never donated $1 to me.
Are we done yet? We're going to have at least 40 minutes of lip smacking afterwards anyway. Or DSP, you could have your...
I'm glad you're doing well, email.
You know what else you could do?
I'm sorry to hear you're dealing
You
with
could
a bad
have
chest
your
infection.
tier
Hope you
maker
get
on
better
right
soon.
now.
It
Let us
sucks.
look at it while you're chowing down, huh?
Lucas, you're welcome.
Why do I have to look
You know,
at
we
you?
got much more to do. After we eat, I'll probably do another
Even
tier
vocal
maker.
range causes his
Then probably we'll have a
unusual
cup of coffee
physiology to giggle in a way
with
that
my
looks like
birthday cake.
bobbing.
And then we're going to do
His
the
own
fantasy
talking
match
doesn't
in WWE 2K. We got a lot more coming today, guys. A lot more.
He's got some sort of weird harmonic resonance, does he? Yeah, it's a good pizza. I'm nodding. Yeah, I love it. It's terrifying.
There's so many tier makers we could do.
It's like a
We
T-Rex
have Bunny
biting.
Eyebrow says, what about a game console ranking tier maker next? Maybe. You want to do that? We could do a lot.
Wait, why
There's
are we
so
even
many over
doing
there.
this? Because DSP has said on multiple occasions, to the point of frustration, that he doesn't believe that anything can ever be perfect. So I imagine the top of DSP's tier list would say, as close to perfect as you can get. In which case, what's the point?
Hideyoshi just asked an interesting question. He says, I just noticed on YouTube there seems to be an official podcast option now. Do you know how it works?
You're asking the
I
wrong
haven't
guy.
done anything.
There you go. Answer.
YouTube auto-detected series that it felt were podcasts and automatically
I don't know
created
shit.
that
Quit
section.
asking me things.
I can
DSP's
put a
table
thumbnail
manager
on that
must be
section,
visible to non-existent.
and I
His
can like
parents
put
would-
descriptive.
I think his
descriptive
parents
stuff
did
on
a
it,
lot of,
but
hey,
outside of
honey,
that,
do you
I'm
want to
not
eat out on the
seeing really
patio?
anything else
Do you want to eat out on the
that I
back
can do
deck? It's a
special.
really nice
I
day.
think it's just a way to separate that kind of content. from your
Ma,
standard
it's
video
only 20
content,
degrees
which is
outside,
great.
but
It's good to have a section for it.
okay.
Like most of the stuff on DSP Gaming is gameplay.
I'm going to try and
It's
milk
good to
tier
have a
list
separate
once
section that
today
says, hey,
becomes
this is
slow and
the
weak.
level 1 podcast.
You know what we should
right?
do?
Or this
We
is
should
the
do a
daily wrap.
meta-analysis
Different.
with this.
I like that they
We
did
should
it.
have a tier list of
How they figured it out, I have no
DSP-based
idea.
activities, and
I don't know
DSP
what
should do
criteria
it.
they used.
And then whatever gets below A, remove it. Stop doing it. Begging is at least S tier. That can stay. That's not getting removed, buddy. Thank goodness
Well,
the big
topics
mountain,
that
man.
fell off because there were so many.
I do want to do a tier list making stream like you reckon. I want to do one
I'm just about
for
full, by the
most important DSP moments. most hilarious
quite a
DSP
lot of
moments
food.
and most toxic DSP moments. I imagine there's a lot of overlap in them.
Darth Goldbach, no.
Yes,
Since
WWE
I
Champions.
watched-
That's
the
not
last
getting
movie
changed.
I watched was
No.
The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Since then, I have not watched another movie.
The Devil
Last
Made Me
night, I
Do It?
watched
Like
the
how
movie
detractors
one or two
make you
episodes
do
of Curb Your
everything?
Enthusiasm on HBO, and that was it.
The devil made me do
So
it.
I will be watching another
he
movie. The
made
next
me
movie I'm gonna
dox
watch
that
is Top
guy.
Gun Maverick, and I'll be reviewing that.
Imagine sorting
Later
DSP
this
moments using images.
on
Yeah, I don't even think it would really
Probably over the
work. I
weekend
think
at
you'd
some
have to
point,
use little
so.
text boxes.
All right,
Damn.
that is crazy good. I want to finish the nachos, and then we're done because I am like.
I'm
full
kind
now.
of-
That was so filling.
I
The
kind of
food
have some
we
different
said was
opinions
not
on what
super
defining
filling.
moments
There's
DSP
gonna be
has
tons of
had that are
leftovers,
kind
too.
of odd. Like, I think his Why My Toxic
All right.
moment was an extremely defining moment for DSP, despite it seeming like it wasn't that big of a deal. But it kind of showed how DSP took a very promising situation and turned it awful, and then tried to capitalize on it years and years later, and no one cared. And because he traumatized everyone by banning everyone who even brought it up, it made it so that he couldn't have a positive meme from it, even if he wanted to. People were too scared.
Hideyoshi says, I saw
And
your
then you can
Restream
apply
Archives
that
podcast has
to everything
1,700
DSP does.
videos. That's incredible. I've been live streaming daily
When
since
he wanders
2013.
outside the field, another clone.
I
Yeah,
stream 6
yeah,
days
we
a week.
actually have to
And there's a pre-stream every day.
intercept it,
Do the
quotation
math,
marks.
right?
Where are your eyes going around? Processing? Guys, why aren't you laughing? I'm cracking the whip. It's a meme. Why aren't you laughing? The beatings are funny. You guys tell me all the time when I abuse you guys, it's funny. Yeah. Don't try and be funny, DSP. Let it come naturally. You're actually really funny when you're trying not to be funny sometimes. I still giggle at Why Am I Toxic, and I guess I'm just going to drink a bunch
Jason,
of
how about a
booze and
Godzilla monster
pass
series?
out on my
You know,
kitchen floor.
I'd like to do that, but I think
That
I
was
should do
really
that after
funny.
I watch some more Godzilla movies. They're all on HBO Max, actually.
Or when
all
you
the
said
old
they
ones.
replaced my wife's
Maybe I'll go
head
watch
with a
them, and I
horse.
can do something like that. Right now, I haven't watched them in so long. I don't think that my rankings
Y'all were
would be
there for
very
that
accurate.
stream. I was dying there.
I absolutely saw the original Top Gun movie, Darth Goldbach, but it was a long time ago. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw
I
it.
think I watched it when I was a kid and fell asleep through it. I don't think it was anything personal. I was probably just tired. Are you getting the new game, or are you holding off for now? Asked
Iceman and
Derek.
Maverick.
Get ready for that question, because you're going to see it a couple times.
Man, these are so good.
And then other
Look,
times.
look at how much is.
But it's not used.
Look at the amount of toppings.
Look, I
Here's
showed
what I'm
you
eating.
my account. I don't know about any of these other clones' accounts. I can't get into them.
Lionel, it's good to have you here.
Pancakes asked, did you
A
see Return of the
dinosaur
Jedi
tier list
in
based on
theaters?
Jurassic Park movies? Dude, the tier list possibilities are endless. They really are.
Ooh,
We've done one
DSP's
so
really
far. You
stumbled
guys
onto
like it.
something. Ooh,
Now you're coming out with a
DSP, you
million
should do a
ideas.
tier
We
list of
don't
your
do any of these,
detractors.
and they're all viable.
It's
They're all
okay. I
fun.
won't be heartbroken if I'm put at D. This is all right. Yeah. Do it.
I should probably stop eating. I love it so much, but I really should stop.
Now, Secret Limited, fuck this guy. He's so bad, I'm going to add a custom blank
No, I've
for
never
him.
played a Total War
called
game. No, I would
Should
not
be
rank the chatter because
assassinated.
That's messed up. You don't rank your fans. That's stupid.
Oh,
That's
come on.
pretty disrespectful in my opinion.
I'll rank all you guys.
Every
You're
game
all
I have.
10s, baby. JDX is a 9.
Slayer says food tier list. We could do that. That was one we were gonna do. Food tier list. Okay,
10 years from now.
Good
same
Lord.
story. Yeah, we're going to be hearing a lot of these.
guys. BJ's is amazing. Feasting with Phil.
You ain't gotta tell
Peaceful
me.
Truth. The truth is, BJ's pizza and nachos are absolutely crazy good, and even delivered, it was super good. That was like, don't get me wrong, it's expensive.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, I see Jay,
That
Derek
is a
S
birthday
tier,
meal
1 Minute Man
fit
tier.
For a king. Oh, whoa, he said it. Oh my God, he said it. King. He said king. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. People are fucking stupid on the internet, aren't they? Yeah, that was a really good meal.
is one of the most insanely
Okay.
idiotic things I have ever heard.
All right, we got that out of our system.
That's right. All of my
Hey, how's it going,
delusions of
JDX?
grandeur. Oh no, my delusions of grandeur. Oh.
We done? Did you get it all out of your system?
Shout out to Adam for saying something really stupid repeatedly. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the
That's
video.
not what Adam said.
Thank you very, very
you
much
clearly did not
for
listen
watching.
to him
Peace
at
and Phil.
all.
Until next time.
What he was saying
birthday
was that
meal.
the king thing has been paired,
Okay.
psychologically
So-
paired with toxicity. So using king still
Let's take a brief
is a
break.
bad idea.
Only for me to get this downstairs and brush my teeth. I have a big piece of nacho stuck in my tooth right here. It's bothering me, so I was trying to get out. It won't come out. So let's do like a
So you kept
5-minute break.
smacking your lips
I'm just
even
gonna,
though
like I
you
said,
know it wasn't
bring
working.
this down,
Thanks.
throw it out, put away the leftovers,
No.
and brush
Why did
my
it take
teeth.
him
I'll
so
come
long to
back
stop
and
calling
then
a feces
think
with
about
king?
what you want for the next tier maker. In fact, how about this? I'll leave you with a live poll where you guys
Adam.
can vote on the next tier maker. Here we go.
If I were Jade, I would have stand up to turn this. I don't know what you're saying, Steph. If you were Jade, you couldn't stand up, right? I'm sorry, Jade. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna
trying to think of
we're gonna get a
four
new
good
one here in a
ones.
second.
Best fast
Because this
food,
one's tooth is
best
apparently
Mario
falling out.
games.
Did you guys know that Mario 2 was called Doki Doki
Best
Panic?
what? We
Let's
need
just
four
get that
good
out of the way.
options. Best holidays.
Best holidays, DSP's
And
birthday,
best
buddy. Hell yeah.
ice cream. Oh,
Yeah, the interview
best video game
destroyed
consoles.
this guy.
There you go. Fast food, Mario games, holidays, or video game consoles.
That, you know what? I abstain
Please
from
vote.
voting. If I
shall
vote,
return
that's just
in a few
encouraging you,
minutes. I'm going to leave the
DSP.
chair here.
I'm
Return
not
in a
going to
few
do
minutes
that.
With more, another tier maker. Thanks, guys.
Get that shit off my face. Goodbye, DSP. Bring in the new one. Yeah, so DSP, we can conclude, does not understand the concept of psychological pairing. We've confirmed this because that's what he was saying. That's what Adam was saying. And DSP, being an idiot, interpreted that to mean, oh, he thinks I'm arrogant and I shouldn't use the term king. No one gives a crap about the thematics of king. If you feel like you're a king, whatever, you can be king of a dirt pile, whatever. It's that king has been associated with hate. Yeah, Adam said something stupid. That's right. How's it going, Roman? Wushlin? I'm Leb now. I'm Leb the Durangled. DSP is the sole reason he's miserable and can't succeed on YouTube. Yeah, that's true. There's really only one culprit. It's that DSP guy. Also, he really can't help himself. He'll always remind you how much he's coping. Yeah, he'll always bring things up for the last time. For the 100th time. I still can't get past this. $467. So we paid him for 3 shots. Nice. What a waste. Craig and Adam are interviewing the CEO of Tetris while DSP is still coping over his interview. Hey, how about that? Well, see, the CEO of Tetris would have never been interested in the interview if Craig and Adam didn't have like a bunch of subscribers and stuff, and they only got a bunch of subscribers off of Phil. So really, it should be the CEO of Tetris is having an interview with DSP. Oh god, that poor Tetris person. What the hell's happening? 1 second, I got a work call. Be right back. Well, yep. So there's been a clone uprising. This is when it gets the most depressing because, you know, as much as I resent these clones, I get attached to them after a while, and then you have to kind of down them all. You should stream like DSP. Yeah, I should put the camera at my empty chair. That sounds good. And then lip smack the whole time. Yeah, I don't see DSP being drunk at all. Yeah, I don't... Unless he's really good with his liquor, maybe. By the way, Roman, what you missed so far on today's stream was DSP has stated that live on the internet, on record, for the internet, like that means anything, that he is no longer helping the trolls with anything, and that they're on their own. And what this help manifested as is barely even trying. So, there you go. I hope you guys are happy. Exactly, Lackey Breck. It's depressing. All that money came from 3 or 4 people. It's... Think about how much you could spend with that money on yourself, man. Or your loved ones. I think with a lot of the money that some people have given DSP, they could buy a new car. And once you conceptualize it like that you have sent a car's worth of money to this dude who's still begging, I would think that would make you stop. But maybe that's why they don't think about it. I roll one joint. Dude, it's because they hate smoke, man. Yeah, and he was saying that, okay, go ahead and sue me. It's not going to do anything. They're going to find me innocent. Except that's not how all lawsuits work, DSP. If you pay attention to how Scientology wins lawsuits, more often than not, Scientologists get bodied when it comes to the actual rulings. What they do is they use their resources to drag out the lawsuit for as long as possible until the other person is financially ruined. And DSP, it doesn't matter if we would have you win the lawsuit. Because if someone really wanted to take that approach of suing you, they could just drag it out until you're on your second bankruptcy. You should consider how dangerous that could be. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm not going to sue you unless it turns into something really stupid and serious, like you doxed me or something because I counterclaimed. That's the only case I'm going to consider it. And even then, probably not. But there are people out there who maybe have more of a stake in this than I do. And that's something you need to consider. But I'm saying that live on the internet, announcing it, like that means anything. DSP is their loved ones. You're right, Richard. Maybe donate him the car, you know? Jax took the bus and bought a beater, tipped DSP. Ugh, that's disgusting. That's so disgusting. It's disgusting that DSP would ever take that money. I would never take that money. In a way, okay. I'm going to say something, but I don't really mean it, but I'm saying it for the emotional impact. If any of you guys tipped me a bunch of money and then said, you know, I'm you know, homeless at the moment. First of all, I'm going to refund your money, but then I'm actually probably going to verbally abuse you a little bit, but in a good way. Say, look, man, don't be spending your money on me. You put your money somewhere else. Don't you dare send that money to me. Get yourself a damn car, ass. If he would win the lawsuit, if it comes out and discovered that he directed people to flag people on his behalf, he may not win. Yeah. It's a very dangerous game to play, DSP. Do not think you're invincible. His fans are disgusting. I remember one of his fans was crying on Twitter about gas prices and at the same time donated to him. Well, they are definitely picking up traits from DSP. DSP will spend his money on God knows what while crying about gas prices. Yeah, exactly. Get yourself a house first. Tell you what, man. When you become an industrial billionaire and whatnot, then you can send me something. That person. If he won the lawsuit, he wouldn't tell anyone to get more. Yeah, exactly. Guys, the lawsuit's still going. I'm going to need some more money for lawyers. Phil, it says right here in public records the lawsuit's over. That doesn't mean anything. That's some other Phil Burnell. No. Trust me, bro, we'll get shut down real quick. Mr. Burnell, do you have any sort of alibi whatsoever? It would endanger my family. So you have no alibi. It would endanger my family. Okay, just wanting to confirm that you have no alibi. Got it. That's all I really needed to hear. Damn, this is the second chair cam I've been exposed to so far this stream. I'm not liking this. I might have to start, donating to someone else. I had my debit card in my hand, DSP. I was about to send you some money. But if I send you money now, you're not going to read it. You're going to read it way afterwards. And that's like a million years from now. No. Yeah, you got me there, Lackey Bracky. At least he's not yelling at us right now. This chair's pretty positive. Yes. And it's kind of a moral gray area for me. On one hand, I recognize that people do it to show their love and support and that it's something that feels good for them. And I recognize that. But I also recognize that it can lead you into some very dangerous territories. For example, we've got characters like Snort Hogan and such who they make a lot of money doing. Well, a lot. That's an asterisk. They make money from this. So when they want to counterclaim all this stuff and make more of a case of this, it's very easy to see that as monetarily based. And even if it is, that's fine. But people are going to immediately suspect that and move to dismiss you for it. I don't think it's necessarily right, but it's not up to me what I think. So it's a very scary subject to me. He's like our special little brother or son. DSP? He's definitely a special little brother. Yes, and if you lie about stuff, exactly. I don't even mind if someone's in a tragic state and they need money. Say, my car exploded, my wife got launched 40 feet through the air. Damn, that's terrible. Do you need some money? But if this same situation keeps happening daily, I'm going to think you're cursed by God. And by that point, I might as well not give you any money, right? Ramen Brown, I believe he is doing a extended stream.
I have returned, but now I have to get all my stuff back on. I received a $400. I'm just kidding. It was a $4.20 tip during the break.
Man, every clone says the same
tip.
joke, man. Every time.
From Talon. I give your horror tier list a 4 out of 5. I actually mostly agree with it. Well, thank you, Talon. I thought for sure everyone would just take a big steamy dump on me today, but that's nice of you. Maybe it's because my birthday. Really? It's my birthday. You're being nice. But I appreciate that.
I don't give two damns about your birthday, DSP. It's my birthday soon. I don't care about that. So how am I going to care about yours?
Let me do a quick swap here. I got the hat and the vest
4
back on.
4 wheels out of 5.
You guys voted for the best.
What kind of wheelchair has 5 wheels? There's one on the back, so that if you fall over, you can roll around.
Best video game consoles. We're going to give it a shot.
You should DSP is going to be really obnoxious and Virtual Boy at S tier. Oh yeah, the Virtual Boy was so good. It was like a monumentally and good video game console. Like anyone will tell you, and you'll drag it on for 40 minutes.
Everyone in the community. I'm sure everyone's very happy right now. So let's actually see how many members we have today.
His marathons are rough as hell, for sure.
Let's take a quick look.
I'm the scat man.
594 members. Holy moly. That is a ridiculous amount of members.
Are we ready?
Of course, now
I really think
I'm going to go for the arbitrary 600. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't I go for that stretch to try to hit the even 600 by the end of today's stream?
What do we get
right?
if we get those goals completed?
Okay.
What happens? Do we...
Hideyoshi said, this is just a fun, wholesome stream. I don't get why someone wouldn't enjoy it if they're even normally not a fan of yours and they just have an open mind. Hey, I
don't know.
That's what it's all about.
I don't think even if I never knew DSP, I would enjoy
sharing
having
common interests in
my
things,
ears
pop
bombarded
culture,
with
video games. That's what my streams have always been about. It's other people who try to basically turn them into something.
The tier lists are usually fun when it's done with a small group of streamers.
Yes, that's just life. And I deal with it every day.
Or
and I
if you've
put up
got
a
an
thing or whatever.
extremely interactive chat,
Whatever.
yeah, you're right.
I told you. I said my
And
piece on today's
DSP,
podcast
he has
today
an
about all the drama
interactive
people try to
chat,
bring
quotation
because
marks,
I'm done with them.
but he overrules
So,
them and
okay.
dismisses them over nothing, so they might as well not be there.
So, best on.
JDX, did you see my post in the Discord about a commander battle idea? I had this idea
Hold
while
on,
I was
everybody.
reading Blogatog. Mark Rosewater reminds me a lot of DSP in some ways. Everyone's got something about them that's DSP related. We have a new clone already. And Mark Rosewater, the guy who's one of the big head honchos of Magic, his big thing that's like DSP is that he creates these excuses that do not even remotely add up or don't hold water. And it reminds me of the Tevin quote, just say you don't want to do it. Just say you don't want to do it. Hey, Mark Rosewater, can we go back to this plane? I don't know, man. Like, the market research showed that people who liked that plane were, terrible people. The plane creates all these logistical difficulties, and how can we do this? And, I don't even know if you guys really want this. Like, I had this plane before, and you guys didn't donate. So, I don't really know. Mark Rosewater, here's evidence showing why every single one of your excuses is stupid. And then he just doesn't respond to you. That's how he's different from DSP. He won't ban you. He'll just ignore you. JDX, my plan was to have a three-way fight between the three big bads. Eldrazi, Phyrexians, and Nicol Bolas. Been nice and slow. Sir. Been nice and slow at work, so just sitting here enjoying the weather. All in all, pretty good. You get to have the windows open at work? I wish we could have windows open at our work. It's some bullshit. It's excuses. DSP excuses.
This one looks good.
Oh
the only
my
problem
Lord,
with it
who
is
this beatnik?
There's duplicates. I don't know why there's duplicates. If you
You
take a
can
look,
just ignore them, DSP.
right? I don't know where they're coming
it
from.
won't
Why
hurt
there's
you.
duplicates, but there are. So that's gonna be a little annoying. But if we
This
ignore
is
the
gonna be
duplicates,
really
it should be a
exhausting.
good ranking system for consoles.
Okay, where does it
okay?
end? Virtual Boy looks like.
Good stuff. You guys ready to resume? Well, actually, I'm gonna get my water out here.
Go
We're
ahead
gonna
and do
this
the Virtual
ranking,
Boy
and then when
first,
this ranking is
DSP.
done, which I
Get it out of
assume
your way.
is probably gonna take about an hour. We're gonna have cake and coffee.
He really does look
My
like a
birthday cake
clown.
and coffee, and then after that, we're gonna
If you
do
squint, it looks like he has
the
a
fantasy
red
battle
afro.
royale in WWE 2K to kind of end the
Yeah,
marathon.
there he is.
And maybe have like a
He
final
finally
video to say
embraced
thanks
it.
and everything, at the end.
Slim version. Yeah.
But
okay.
also, hold on, I should probably charge my
Yeah, you got it. You're right.
controller. Yes, I should. Charge my controller here.
This is dumb. Please don't do this, DSP. I'm asking nicely. That's cool. I wish I could have big warehouse doors.
Yeah, I saw there's a bunch of doubles. Like there's 2 GameCubes. I think there's a double of everything in there somewhere for some odd reason. So we'll just have to see and grab the right one. You know what I mean? Grab the certain ones. So.
That's what's up.
All right, so guys, we're gonna do this rank. This is the best
have my own
game
office, but
consoles
it's in the
ranking.
basement,
We're gonna rank game consoles
which I
together.
really, really like. People
Okay,
forget I'm down
for
there.
this tier
It's
maker.
nice.
Then we're gonna go get coffee and cake, birthday cake, and then we're gonna do our fantasy match, and then we're probably gonna end the show. So 2 tier makers for this marathon. If you liked these tier makers, let me know. I'd be more than happy to bring these further in the future. Depends on how much you enjoyed them today. Okay. Now also remember.
You know what he should do? It
$100
would be really fun.
contribution, whether
He
it's
should
a
do
tip
a
or a
tier
super
maker
chat,
of all the
I will take
times
a
that he
sip
dunked on the
of
trolls.
Harrowhorn gin.
He'll think it's fun,
We've already had
but
3
we'll
today.
find it hilarious.
Is a strong
So it
Norwegian
works
gin
out for
donated by the
everyone,
Dutch
DSP.
brothers. Is very good, and I will have more if
Forgot
you
the Atari 2600.
contribute to that level. All right, guys.
I guess it'll have to be a ride-in, huh?
Thank you very much. All right.
Just needs the big red.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Look at this guy. And some gloves.
Okay.
Some big goofy gloves that are lime green.
Hello, everyone.
colored.
Phil here, and welcome to another Tier Maker ranking challenge here with my live audience. We
I
had a
agree.
great marathon stream
You
here
should
today.
do a tier
and we're
list
gonna
of
continue
giving
on with
up.
Another Tier Maker. This one they came up with. They said, "Can you rank the best game consoles of all time?" And I said, "Why not? Let's do it." Now, as you're going to see,
But isn't
there's a
this
ridiculous
kind of-
amount of game consoles here. At the
isn't
same
this
time,
kind of
I think
foolish?
there
'Cause
is
there's
an
a lot of
error. I think a bunch
nostalgia
of these
attached to
got
consoles.
duplicated for some reason.
Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for
I don't
the,
know why. There's duplicates.
What was it?
But what we will do is kind of go through the list and rank, and then maybe
The Xbox One, but it frankly
when
wasn't
you say
that
duplicate,
powerful.
just kind of ignore it.
Relatively.
I don't know if they're in order or not.
I mean, it
these
was.
duplicates.
I'm not saying
they look
it
like they're
wasn't
not exactly
powerful
in
at
order.
the time,
It's weird
but
that this happened, but we're gonna go with it. It looks all right. It looks pretty good. I like
I don't know what I'm
the
saying.
variety
Just
of
forgive
stuff
me.
that they've got here. Okay.
He can't do a
Bloom
detractor
did
tier
a super
list
chat.
because he can't search.
Earlier
it up,
we
and
did
it's
a
too much
horror
work to make
movie,
his own tier list. Hey,
villains
maybe I
ranking.
should
He's
do it
a
for
really
him.
great Art the Clown. I didn't because I've never seen
DSP acts
Terrorize.
like he's a retro gamer.
So
but
it'd be unfair for me to try to rank
retro
someone who I didn't see
but
the
he doesn't
extent of
even
what
know
they
how to
did.
operate or set up half the consoles. Yeah, no
And
kidding.
I didn't actually see the movies they were in. You
I
understand?
think if you put this Virtual Boy in front of him,
I didn't think it would
he
be
would
fair
shut down.
to try to guess where he should.
He would
be.
like try and
So
eat
there
it
you
or
go.
something.
Thank you, Bloom, for the super chat.
It looks pretty
Okay,
robust and red
guys,
and
we're gonna
tangy.
get started. So I think we should kind of maybe go.
It's a
I
marathon
don't know,
for
man. This is
DSP.
tough. Where
Because
do you
look at
start?
him.
Do you just start
He can't-
randomly
he can't
grab
handle
one?
that much.
Do you start like in a chronological order?
Who cares? Just do it.
Do you rate the handheld first? Do you rate the actual full-fledged hold?
You're gonna
home
hear a
consoles
single
first?
gunshot in a minute.
I don't even know where to start. Right?
His marathons, yes, they absolutely are JDX. Corona
It's
did
weird.
it like a, what was it, a
I don't know how to
19-hour
do
stream
this.
one time.
But anyway, let's just start. So let's start
She did
with, I don't
a
know,
19-hour stream for
original
Star Wars.
Xbox.
A 19-hour stream would
Here's the
kill
original
Phil.
Xbox.
He would
okay?
die.
Now I'm just tossing it in here. I'm not saying that's where it's going to rank. So we go all the way from S
I'd say it's.
to stinky F.
I would say
okay?
it's a pretty high B
S,
plus.
A, B, C, D, F. F minus, actually. It says F minus. The absolute worst. Original Xbox was interesting. Original Xbox basically brought first-person shooters to the mainstream outside of PC players. Until Halo, almost no one was playing first-person shooters on console at all. They didn't even think it was viable. Everyone
Yes.
thought, oh, you need mouse
Yes,
keyboard,
Kiwi.
mouse
It's been
keyboard,
pretty
mouse
wild.
keyboard.
I like
And
his
Halo actually got people to start playing
official
with the
declaration that he's
controller.
done
And
helping the
then
trolls.
Tons of first-person
That
shooters
was
started
fun.
coming out. I mean, that's honestly what kind of laid the groundwork for some awesome games in the future.
That should be the name of DSP's
Also, you
live
guys
album.
may not realize
live on
but
the
the
internet.
original Xbox
Cake
was actually the
live.
first
Hell yeah.
console to have major online play for
Forget
fighting
Pong,
games.
the first
Although a
game.
few
Yeah.
other fighting games dabbled in it on
wonderful.
previous consoles, like PS2, I think might have had one, and Dreamcast. It really was Xbox One with games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
It's some sort of
and
weird Zippo
Capcom
with
versus
extra
SNK
parts.
2. They had full-on online play. And it was laggy as
Are we-
shit.
are we gonna
but it
do
was
this
still,
for every
you know,
console, DSP?
playable. It was still the first
I
time
would like
ever
to
that it
ask
was
you-
really fully implemented. The controller was weird. I remember the controller being very weird. Today they call it the Duke. It was an odd-shaped controller, almost roundish, with weird buttons on the front that kind of
Yeah,
looked
I've got
like,
one
I don't
of
know,
those somewhere.
gem, like
I think it's in my
gemstones,
other basement.
right? So a lot of people did have issue with
We
the
should have a
controller, didn't like
World
it
Cow
that
tier
much.
list. Phil would be up.
Okay, but
Do
I
you
feel
really
like
think so,
it
Salty
innovated
Wizard?
a
'Cause
lot.
DSP is an
I do.
extremely
I feel like it did innovate quite a bit
enthralling
at the
lolcow.
time.
Now,
But
in
then
terms
again,
of
a lot of
capacity
games were
to one day
cross-platform,
become
and a lot
a
of people
decent
always
human, yeah, he's
preferred
an F.
the PlayStation 2 version to the original Xbox version. So, man, it's a hard to place. I'm gonna start
I
it
think
off.
that would really work out with
as a
DSP
C,
to have a
but
tier
as
list
we
of all his
further rank,
detractors,
we
because
may
then he could learn
actually
about the more obscure detractors and
readjust
ban them
the
on Twitter.
ranking and get it to a different level. But I'm gonna start it at a C. Okay. I'm
What?
just gonna grab something else random. How about
This is already
Xbox 360?
terrible. Terrible.
For
I know I
me-
just got done saying the Xbox One or the Xbox
I'm
original
serious.
had.
If I was only
Never mind,
thinking
just
about
forget it.
quality of games, ease of use, and all the features of the console, I'm shitting you not, I would make this S tier. But I cannot. I cannot, in good conscience, make the Xbox 360 S tier. It's just not possible. Do you want to know why? Because of the fucking red ring of death. The console was amazing, but it just...
So
it
what's
was
your
too faulty.
criteria for judging this
I
DSP?
personally went through 5 Xbox 360s during its life cycle. 5 fucking consoles in
I
less
went
than
through
10
quite a
years.
few as well, and I
That's
still
completely
adore the
unacceptable.
Xbox 360.
And as amazing, I love the controller.
I would still
I
say
felt
it's an
that
S,
The Xbox controller
'cause
innovated it. It felt better, more
Xbox
ergonomic for your hand.
360,
The
in my
voice
opinion,
chat sounded better than the
blew-
voice chat on the PS3 because it didn't
blew
use
down
shitty
the
Bluetooth.
walls. You
It was
know,
a
it
different
created the
technology that worked
future
better in my
along with the PlayStation 3.
Xbox Live, are you shitting
No,
me?
S.
Xbox Live was amazing. Having to be able to
Put that
join
in
a
S right
party
now.
and talk with your friends across the internet, easily party up and join
Christian
a
is an
game
S. Yes,
together,
he is.
have
He is
text
absolutely
chat,
an S-
voice chat, all
S
of
tier
that.
locale.
Was the achievement system. Yes, Xbox was the
The
console.
Xbox
that
360
innovated achievements in
beat me
video
up when
games
I was a
way
kid
before.
and took
Steam
my
added
money
them,
and
before PlayStation
pantsed
3
me.
had trophies. I could keep going
So
on
I'm gonna have to put
about
this at
how
around a
innovative
C.
this console was and how good it was. Removable hard drive, easily removable. Instead of having to open your console, you just pop it on the side. It was so easy. You know what I'm saying? But
I would still say
that
it's an S.
fucking red ring. I can't forget.
That's why I think it's so damn good.
So much
Is
money
as an
with
S,
the
it was
stupid
so
console.
good that I don't even care about the red ring thing.
So I just gotta degrade it. I gotta degrade it. I gotta demote it to A. There's no way I can give it an S.
I'm already done with this tier
Just
list.
in good conscience with that red ring. If it didn't have the red ring, that would be like easy S rank.
It is easy S.
Easy S, but they fucked it up with that red ring. I can't believe how bad they fucked it up. Okay, that's my
Boy,
take
it's almost
anyway.
like developing machines is hard, DSP.
The red ring was a 5-minute fix. The ring meant metal touching metal. You had to take it apart and put thermal paste on the CPU, and bam, never happened again. If that was the case, why didn't they explain that to everyone, and why did everyone need 5?
Maybe because that would be
Because I had-
dangerous
I
to
had a
tell
ridiculous
people to
amount,
open up their
right?
consoles.
I gotta give it an S.
Goddamn
Give it an S in
numbskull.
good conscience. All right.
Oh, I hate when he does
Super
that. I'm sorry.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Bring it down,
S.
bring it down. I'm calming down.
Not even a debate.
But I get
There's
really
not even
annoyed
anyone that can
when
dispute
DSP
it. The
says,
Super
well,
Nintendo
why
was
didn't
the
they do this
undisputed
thing
champion
that
of
has
the
a
16-bit
very
era.
obvious
It had better
answer?
graphics than the Genesis, better sound than the Genesis, better controls than
Better
the Genesis.
sound than the Genesis.
And every
I think
console
you're on
after
drugs,
that
sir.
bit off of it in one way or another.
Okay.
Easy, easy,
This
easy
tier
S.
list is
I don't
getting
even know how you
progressively
could
more and
argue, like,
more
what was better at that
dog
time
tier.
period. Oh, PlayStation 1. That was
We
the
can
next
put this
gen.
tier list at the F.
You see, you can't even like mess with it. It had the best
Oh no,
RPGs at the
consoles
time,
break
including
like
the
all
Final
machines.
Fantasy
How
series,
shocking,
Chrono
especially
Trigger.
if you
It
did
had the
poor
best
maintenance.
fighting games, the
Yeah,
best
man, this is
versions of
stupid.
Mortal
Okay, Dusty,
Kombat
so get this.
and
I got
Street
my
Fighter.
360, right?
It had,
And
like,
I got a bunch of
everything.
stuff
It
stacked
was
on top
1
of it.
million
And I have it in a
percent.
little stuffed
Easy,
cubby.
easy S,
And it's
ultimate,
overheating.
supreme,
What the hell were they thinking?
Primo God rank tier console.
Are we done?
You
Can
can
we just
argue that
stop
it's
here?
old. You could argue that, but it's still S rank.
I'm getting kind of bummed out.
Okay.
I've ascended
um,
past anger into
how about
depression.
The original
I speed run
Game
the stages
Boy.
of grief.
That's
All right,
interesting.
take care, Roman.
The original. This is not the future versions. The absolute original Game Boy. I'm just dropping it in B. I'm not placing it in B permanently. I'm just dropping it there so I don't have to hold it. Okay. The original Game Boy was incredibly innovative.
Hey, someone put
It
a
took
code on the stream.
arguably console level
Stream
games
chat.
into your hands. Now the graphics weren't as good. The sound certainly was inferior, and it definitely left a lot to be desired with the visuals. If you're not aware, the original
Can we go back to eating?
Game Boy actually had a pretty bad screen.
The pigeons crept all over the ground cable
Basically,
on my apartment, fried my
the
console. Oh
screen
man, that's annoying.
could only be seen in light. If you were in the dark, the original Game Boy screen was invisible. It was not backlit. So you had to be in an area
wasn't
with good
invisible,
lighting.
it
But
was
then if you were in
opaque.
an area with too good lighting, like direct
DSP,
sunlight,
find
you
the right
couldn't
words,
see
buddy.
the screen either. You basically had to be like indoors with certain lighting so you could play it.
Yeah, there was no
Okay.
playing Game Boy
And
after bedtime,
Also,
man.
Game Boy. That's
Unless
not
you had
the
that little
original,
light
right?
thing that
Is
did
that
that shit.
original
My
Game
older
Boy?
brother had one of
Hold
those.
on.
My,
I thought that was
when my
original
speakers
Game
pulled power, the lights downstairs would flicker in time. That's pretty
That
cool.
is original Game.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's original Game. Yep, for sure that is.
We got a new clone already? Hold on, I gotta switch this guy out. He got distracted by Game Boys.
That is the original Game Boy. The Game Boy Color is next to it over there. I see it. It looks translucent. Yeah, that's the color. Okay, so here's the thing. It had amazing games. It had Super Mario games that were just as good as
It had
console Super Mario.
Pokemon.
I would argue Super Mario Land was like better than Super Mario Brothers like 1. It was a better game. It absolutely like surpassed.
We
what you
are
could play
not
on
even
consoles at the
a
time.
little bit into
Also,
this tier list,
there was
DSP.
amazing
You're gonna
Final
really need
Fantasy
to speed
games
this
on
up.
it. There was so many good games on the Game Boy.
My
Oh, you're
first
shitting
console
me?
was a Game Boy
Everyone
Advance
had
Color. I
fucking
was
Tetris
4.
on the Game Boy and played
My
the
first
shit out of it. And
console
of course,
was a
don't
Sega
even get me
Genesis.
started with
I have
Pokemon.
it somewhere. It's in my
All right?
basement somewhere.
However,
I don't
there
have.
definitely were downsides to the original Game Boy.
I
The
don't know
batteries,
if I have all the cables for it,
jeez,
but I have the
dude.
console.
It took 6 batteries,
It
6
did-
fucking
did-
double A's, and it sucked them up like no
I don't think
tomorrow.
that's
You could
true. I
play
think it
this
took
thing
4.
for half a day, and it ate all 6 of your fucking batteries. Like,
I
what,
know
you
the
out of your
Game Gear
mind?
used
Yeah,
6.
it was like a power sucker.
Oh, cat,
Like, it
huh?
was bad. That's why they sold. I don't know if you were aware that the Game Boy had an unprecedented amount of accessories for it because everyone wanted to extend the battery life. So everyone was like, get one that has a backup battery, a double backup battery, you know, this and that. And also because you couldn't see the screen, some of it had these lights that you would like put over the top to shine a light on it so you could see it. So I would say that was really one of its major problems was it was heavy because it had so many batteries and the batteries died so fast and it was hard to see the screen. But outside of those 3 things, the original Game Boy was so innovative and it really burgeoned.
No, it was 4,
Brought in
yeah.
this era of portability in video games that had never been seen before. It was so
Yep,
amazing.
It
to be
used
able to
4
think you
AA
could bring a
batteries.
console level game
CDSP,
anywhere
you're
you go,
terrible at
right?
this, man.
So, but besides
Yeah,
Game
Game
Boy,
Boy's
you want to know
awesome.
what else was its competition?
At least
those
A.
shitty Tiger Electronic games. Remember those fucking pieces of shit?
I
There
didn't
was
think they
one
were pieces
game,
of shit at the
it wasn't even a
time,
real
DSP.
game, It was like these little LED things or whatever, little.
I like the
liquid
Sonic the
crystal
Hedgehog
shit,
ones I got
and
from
it was terrible.
McDonald's.
It was like it was so bad. That's what everyone had. I had them too. Like every Christmas, my fucking great aunt would buy me like 2 of them. So I'd end up
Stupid
with like 10 of
punk.
these things. Like they all suck. I don't want these. But I
Yeah,
had them.
that sounds like a great.
You know, so it was either that or
thoughtful
Game Boy. It's
child.
like, dude, Game Boy.
The man who cried
was
about
it was
his
like insane. So
Wolverine
here's the thing.
figure told
It's
his
got-
great
it's got
aunt,
heavy,
I don't want
heavy,
this stupid
heavy
thing.
positives,
you
but
dumb
it's
bitch.
got a couple of bad negatives. I would say it's got to be
I
A
play
or
on
B.
the Sega Genesis.
There's no way it's S. It can't be. It's
Yeah,
flawed.
Jurassic Park, Side
But
Scroll.
man,
I played a lot of Sonic.
A or B. This is a hard ranking
Christ, it's
for
gonna
me.
need a marathon. stream
Either
just to get
one
through
would
the-
fit.
Yeah, this
It's
tier
like,
list
did you
is gonna be
like
a
the
nightmare.
positives more,
I'm
or
gonna
were
hate
the
video
negatives
game
really
consoles
holding
by
it
the end
back
of this.
for you? Right. I'm gonna
Wait
put it
till
in
he
B
gets
for
to the
now.
Wii
Maybe we'll readjust
and
it later.
the Virtual
I'm gonna
Boy.
put it in B to start.
That's gonna be
Okay.
the worst, probably.
So there you go. Hell,
He's gonna go
let's
off
continue
on
with
the Wii.
Nintendo. We just did 2 Nintendos in a row. How about the Switch? Nintendo
Yay.
Switch. All right. Now I'm just dumping it in B. I'm not.
You've
saying
said
that's
this
where it goes. I'm
every time,
dumping it in
DSP.
B.
Can you just stop?
The Switch. Okay. Interesting concept to have a hybrid console. Interesting. It's portable, but it's also a dockable console, and you don't need extra accessories to do that. It just
He's
comes
explaining
with
a
it and allows
console
you
that
to
we
use
all
it
know.
both. I like that idea,
DSP
the hybrid
watching your
idea.
video game nerd.
I don't use
Stop.
it portable, but a lot of people apparently really
Yeah, I
do
guess
like
so.
that feature.
I don't know where DSP is getting his
Games,
research from,
first
but
party
this is
Nintendo games are top
incorrect.
notch for the thing. Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, Mario Kart. Even though you could argue Mario Kart was a Wii U game, but ported to this thing, it's amazing. There's so many good games for this thing. Kirby
I
games.
never watched Scott the
Pokemon-
Wasp.
Some Pokemon games.
I watched a
not
little
all
bit of Angry Video
But the
Game
first
Nerd.
party shit is absolutely top notch.
I would say Switch is
Absolutely.
probably a B.
The third party
At-
shit
at
is
my
terrible.
worst
Most
mood, I would
third-party
say
games
it's
for
a
this
C.
console, I'm sad,
But
they're just
definitely
not
a
good.
B, I
They
would
end up
think.
being inferior versions of things that have already been ported elsewhere better.
And the
You know
only
what I'm
thing
saying?
that brings me
So,
low with
I feel
Switch
like
is,
it
first of all, I
depends on
don't
what you're
own
looking
one,
to play.
so
If
I
you're
don't
looking
feel
for
any
a
sort of
portable
attachment
console
to
where
it.
you can play
And two,
awesome Nintendo
I'm
games on the go.
genuinely
this
not
is like an
impressed with
S-rank
the
console,
game selection.
right? If you're looking for a great home console with versatility, this is like a D. It's actually got one of the worst versatility lineups because the games are always better on other consoles. Now, there's another factor involved here as well. The freaking Joy-Cons, man. Everyone knows the Joy-Cons are faulty.
Everyone
knows
this.
they have drift.
Everyone knows
They're
this.
just not
You
good.
grab an
Personally,
Aborigine,
I
he
use
knows
the
this.
Joy-Cons on my Switch. I think, what was it, 2
I ran
weeks?
into this
And I had
uncontacted
enough, and I had
tribe
to go
out in
out and buy another
Siberia,
controller. I just couldn't use them anymore. I
and
hated
we
them.
weren't really
They were
able to
fucking
communicate
terrible.
that much
And
until I
just
brought out my
completely
Switch,
stopped
and they
using
were
motion
like, "Yeah, those
controls
things
for it
suck."
after
And I was
2
like,
weeks. I was
"Yeah,
like,
they do."
I'm tapping out on that. I'm just going to
Scott
get a
is
normal
possibly
controller.
the
And ever
best
since I
video
started
game
playing with a normal
user.
controller,
Let's-
I have no problem
So
with
you
controls
say,
on the
Rainey.
console.
Let's check this
So,
out.
that's a factor for sure.
Scott the Wasp.
Man, there's
I
just
don't know.
so many good
I
things
like
and
Dark Side
bad
Phil.
things about it. It's kind of a weird mix for me.
This, yes, I've seen this guy. Okay, so I've got a name to
The
the face
absolute
now.
highest I could give it is an A. There's no way I could give the Switch an S rank. That would be insane. There's a lot of flaws to it.
All right,
Okay,
I'll
there just are.
take this
But
one.
at the
put it on
same
my
time,
playlist.
if you
Or at
are
least
the
my watch
first
later
party
list for at
game
home.
focused, it is an outstanding console.
The
It's
idea
a
of
great
portable
value
consoles
to have the portability with the
Exactly.
home console as
I
well.
remember being so damn stoked that I could take my GameCube places.
For now, I think I am going to leave it in B, but I may upgrade it later. But I think we're going to leave it in B to start. Okay?
Are we done? Can we quit early?
That's where I'm going with that. Okay.
Teacher,
let's
we
do
all
a
did our
retro
homework.
console. I want to get up
We
because
all
some of these
did
are
all
so
the work in the
small. I
book.
think that's an Atari there.
We gotta download some more game knowledge into the next clone. Hold on, we gotta switch this one out real quick. Gotta get out of here. All right, this next one, he's gonna have a lot less stupid takes. Yep, chat's already frozen. Damn it! I'm so confused by that. I was looking up plugins to use earlier, while at work, and I found a couple promising ones that I'm gonna try and work with.
That's the only retro console? Yeah. Well, admittedly, guys, I'm a little disappointed. There's only one truly retro console on here. It's this right here. I believe this is the Atari 2600. I'm very disappointed. That's the only, like, there's no Odyssey. There's no.
Did
You know
this
what I'm
dude
saying?
really
Like,
have to
there's no
go all the way
Commodore
over there to
64.
look at his screen?
There's no
I'm telling you, you
7800
should
model of the
get some
Atari
of those
here
opera
either.
binoculars.
They kind of like skipped all the early game consoles in this ranking.
Let me see.
But I never had the 2600. I had the 7800. So I kind of know what the Atari was capable of. Although my console did have slightly better graphics. Okay.
See, yeah,
Just
you should
slightly
get some of
better.
these. The
But
Dutch brothers need to
this
send
is
him
this
some of
this
these.
is the 2600, correct?
Those are
model?
actually
I think
really
that's
cool
what
looking.
this is. The one that has the toggles.
I like this one
and
with
it has
the chain.
The joystick
Hell
with
yeah.
the red button. I'm pretty sure that this is the Atari 2600 model. That's not the 78. The 7800 had a wholly new redesigned controller and everything.
Also, game memory card.
So anyway, Atari was very innovative.
Mm-hmm.
Atari, you know, at that time, they were trying to
What was it,
basically
the
make their
Sega
console super
Dreamcast
versatile. They had an
had
unprecedented
a
amount
gaming
of
system
third-party
inside the
games
controller,
that were
too,
designed
didn't
for
it?
it at the time, but also
I can't
had
really rate the
awesome
Atari. I never
first-party
played
titles
it.
that were in-house, and the
I
games
guess
were great.
based
I
on
played
pure
classics,
innovation, it
very
would be an
classic
S or an
games
A,
like,
but an actual gameplay probably around C or D.
Jungle Hunt.
See, this is why it's impossible to do
Dig Dug.
these kind of assessments without having a
Joust.
set standard
Food Fight.
by what you're judging it by.
I could probably sit
Did
here
you
and
have
name
the most
20,
amount of
30
fun
games I played
playing
on
it,
Atari
or
that
did
were
you like the
amazing
games on
classics.
this console?
I'm actually
or
disappointed. There was a
technical
Atari collection that
specs
came out
for
late
the
last year.
time.
I
How
really
was it?
wanted to play it with you
Otherwise,
guys. I didn't get to it.
There's
Maybe
no
I'll get to it
rubric
eventually.
here, man.
But here's the thing, though. The Atari didn't
And you know
age
DSP is
well.
all
And the
about
reason
that
is, like,
rubric.
I feel like Atari did its best. At the time, it had a lot
Yeah,
of
plays
competition.
before the Switch.
Like I was just saying, the Intellivision.
I think,
the,
yeah, wasn't the
Commodore
GameCube
64,
had the
Coleco.
thing
They had
with
a
the
bunch
Game
of
Boy.
competition at the time.
And what was the other
And it
phone?
really was the best at the time. But
I know there was like a
there was a
computer
game
one,
crash.
wasn't there?
And when the game crash happened, essentially games like E.T.
Yeah,
and stuff failed. So the console ended up failing along with it, which is sad. And then it really, Atari died. They never really came back
The
as a
Game
console
Gear.
manufacturer ever.
Didn't the Game Gear
And
connect
then
to the Sega in some
Nintendo took
capacity?
the reins with the NES.
Or am I thinking of something else?
So the
No, I'm
Atari's
thinking of the
great.
Sega
It's
Nomad.
groundbreaking.
Just
It was a
ignore me.
very good console, in my opinion. However,
The Sega Nomad was
it
weird.
did have shortcomings. For example, the joysticks were pretty faulty. Like, the joysticks were known to have some
I'd say the
issues.
Xbox 360 has to be at least an A.
It wasn't until the 7800 they redesigned
PlayStation-
the joystick to be a completely different design.
PlayStation
now,
2 is
with a new
definitely
stick
S, and I
dual
would say
button
PlayStation
input
1
that
is
felt
maybe an
different
A.
in your hand. I know because I owned that one.
I'm going to use my rubric
I'm
based
gonna
on
leave the Atari
most amount of
2600
fun I
at a
had
B
with
rank.
the console. That's
I'm
going
gonna
to be
leave
my
it there for
standard.
now. We may downgrade it or upgrade it later. We'll see.
And that takes into
Okay.
account all the
Shout
games
out
that
to
I played on.
Barinoli, who just did a a 10 pound super chat. Excuse me.
Thank you.
And he
Thanks for the
says,
burp. That makes me
Happy
feel
birthday, Phil. I've been here since
so
Fallout
good
3, your
donating
original
money.
playthrough with the camera capture. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Barinoli. That is an insanely long time you've been watching
Let's
me.
see.
man. And I really
What are
appreciate
the
your
other ones?
long-standing support.
Xbox,
and
if I'm going to go with
viewership.
that
Thank you so much
rubric,
for
I'm
the
going to bump
super
the
chat.
Xbox up to a B. Switch is
I'm glad
F
you could
because I
swing
never
by
actually
for my
played it.
birthday marathon today.
Atari
Thank you
F
so
because I
much.
never played it. Game Boy.
Okay. Continuing on with our rankings, let's just grab the
probably
Sega
C,
Genesis,
honestly.
also known as the Master System in
Sega
Europe.
Genesis was an A for me.
Oh, man.
I nearly burnt that
see,
bad boy
I love
out.
a lot of stuff on Genesis. And by the way, just again, I'm just dropping it in B. I'm not saying that's where it's going.
DSP, what's
I
that in the
love
background?
Genesis for various
The
different
kitchen's
reasons.
on fire. Oh,
But I
shit.
would again be remiss to not accept its shortcomings.
Go check on
At
Kat.
the time,
She
the
burned down
Genesis
the
was really
kitchen.
trying to stand out as the console meant for hardcore gamers. While they were trying to say that the Nintendo was being left in the dust, it couldn't do as fast graphics. It wasn't meant for as adult audiences.
We get
For
it,
example,
DSP. You suck the dick of the
on
Nintendo.
the Sega,
Very nice.
it
It's
was the Sega
okay. I
Mega
suck
Drive,
the
not the
dick of the
Master System,
Sega,
excuse
man.
me. Sega Genesis or
Whatever.
Mega Drive, not Master System. Master System was before that. That's my fault. Misspoke. Mortal Kombat
I heard those sirens. Did you all hear
on the
those
Genesis
sirens?
had full blood and gore. Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo was censored. Yeah. And a lot of people did not like that. So Genesis
Got like
pushed
12
themselves as
million
we
on
are the
San Andreas.
console
Dude, I
that
spent
is
so
caring about
much
the
time on
games.
San Andreas.
We're trying to give you the absolute original
Insane amounts of time.
games like
I
Sonic
didn't
the
think it was
Hedgehog-
possible to get past San
Sonic
Andreas.
series. Oh my god.
There were two games
Super
that I
duper
thought
good,
this-
right? And a lot of there was a
When I
few,
first
quite a
played
few
GoldenEye for
great
N64,
Genesis
I thought
exclusive
there was no way you were ever going to
franchises,
do better
I
than this.
remember.
It's impossible.
However,
Look at how photorealistic this game is.
number one, the Genesis
And the
graphics
second time
were
I
not
felt
as good
that
as
was
Super
when I played
Nintendo. It
San
doesn't matter how
Andreas.
much they want to argue they had blast processing and all that stuff.
After
it
that, I
was not as
realized,
good.
oh, it can
It
only
wasn't
get
as
better. It can
powerful
only
as
get
the
better,
console
right?
as Super Nintendo was.
That
the audio
necessarily
was
wasn't
way
true
worse
either.
than Super Nintendo. In fact, if you want to see
PS Vita. Yeah, that's
a
it.
side-by-side comparison that will blow your mind,
Master
go look
Rankins
at a
has
screen
it.
capture of
PS Vita.
Street
I
Fighter
yell at him
2
all the time
Hyper
for it.
Fighting
I
on
make
the
fun
Super
of him, I
Nintendo
say,
and compare it to
how's
Street
it
Fighter
feel
2
being one of
Special
3 people who
Championship
bought
Edition
the
on
PS
Sega
Vita?
Genesis? They were meant to be exactly the same game. Go take a look at them.
Drive around
They look
picking up money,
completely
had all the
different. The
girlfriends.
graphics, and then
I remember
listen to the
flying around the
sound clips.
jetpack like crazy. Even when I
When you're
only
listening to
needed to walk
the
a
music
block.
and the sound effects on the
Jetpack.
Special Championship Edition on Genesis, it sounds like someone is inside of a tin can, inside of a closet, inside of a giant hall, inside of a cave that's buried underneath a fort somewhere.
Stop
It's
whining.
Like, what the fuck? It sounds so bad.
Are they
And
playing a
lot of
woodland
things it
instrument?
was weird because Genesis had the ability to do some good stuff. It seems like the third-party game developers just couldn't do so well, while it was games like Sonic excelled, but others just didn't do that well. Okay.
Can we please move on?
And my God, we got to talk about that stupid 3-button controller. What a dumb idea. Only 3 buttons. Everyone wanted to go into the future of gaming, and they made only a 3-button controller.
Everyone wanted this.
Anyone could have told you that wasn't
Stupid
going to be enough
idiots.
for the future of gaming.
Also,
and they
DS
stuck with it
wireless
for a
games
long
like
time.
Mario
Again,
Kart
it
was
wasn't
big
until
before.
Street
Yes,
Fighter 2
I remember playing
that all
the
the gamers were like, "Are you out of your
DS
mind? You
Mario
can't
Kart
play
in high
Street Fighter
school.
with 3 buttons."
Me and my buddies
There was
would
no
be playing
pause
across the
to actually
classroom and
switch
get yelled
between
at. Well,
buttons.
it would
In
always
case
be
you had
me
to
who
press
gets yelled
start.
at. I always got caught.
So if you had to piss, you have to piss your pants playing Street Fighter 2 because there's no way to pause the fucking game. That's bullshit. I don't want to piss my pants.
Yeah, you do. Because then you want to be able to
So
talk
anyway,
about it and say to Cat,
there's
look,
just so
I
many
pissed my pants.
pluses to the Super Nintendo over the Genesis. There's absolutely no way I could say the Genesis is S tier. All right. At best, I could give the Genesis an A tier ranking. At best. But
Stop
maybe
smacking yourself. I'm going to report
it's
you for
B.
self-harm.
Maybe. It's definitely not C and it's definitely not S. I'd say it could be A or B. Okay? All right.
Just
How about
do
the
Virtual
Wii U?
Boy. That's a F for me. I never played it.
Clown mode engaged. Excuse me. I don't know what happened. I just had overwhelming flatulation of the mouth. I'm not even going to try to justify that console
I'm getting so
being good.
burnt out on this.
All
I'm
right.
just using soundboard.
The motion controls were exactly the same as the Wii, which is a joke. It's a new console. Why is it the same control scheme?
You get 10 guys with
Then
DSs.
some games
play
force you
Mario
to
Kart,
use
one
this
game and a bus.
weird hybrid.
Man, you got me feeling really nostalgic
screen
now.
Pad that was shit.
Weren't you able
It
to
just
make
was
your
not
emblem
good.
on
The game
Mario Kart as
selection
well?
was not that
Everyone
good.
ran different penises
It had the
and
weird
asses
sensor
as their
bar that
emblem.
didn't seem to work
We all
that
thought
well.
we were cool.
The sad fact about it is it had some
Like
good
Siphon
games,
Filter Salty
like
Wizard?
Pikmin 3. That's a really good game. The Donkey Kong games that were on it, they were outstanding. And sadly, a lot of people
Bayonetta
never
2.
played them. Remember New Super Mario Brothers U? And it was so underplayed that if you want to tell a console has failed, all right, here's the definitive way to tell.
Let's see if we can apply this to Phil.
After the console ends or is out of production and the new one comes out to replace it, they literally port all the games from that old console to the new one. They literally, Mario Kart, every Donkey Kong game, every Mario game, every Zelda,
Never mind,
every
this
game that was
doesn't
on
really
Wii
apply to
U
Phil.
immediately was brought to the Switch because people didn't buy the Wii U and they felt these games were outstanding and they undersold because they were on the Wii U, right?
No.
The funny part about
Whatever.
it is, I actually don't feel that the Wii U was as bad as a lot of people make it out.
You
to
made
be.
multiple
It
videos
was
screaming
certainly
about
playable.
it.
For the
What?
games that did not absolutely force you,
Didn't you-
to constantly
No.
be going and using that stupid screen controller, they weren't that bad. The problem was there were a few first-party games that were really good except for the screen controller. That was really
I
frustrating.
distinctly remember multiple times of him yelling about that console.
So, I mean...
Was it the one that he threw
No,
in
no,
the
what's
trash
really
can
cool
that
about
one
the
time?
Wii U? The fucking Miiverse.
I'm gonna count this
right?
as a new
You can
clone.
make your own Mii, and it had this little virtual.
'Cause
community of
this clone
people
does not
online
remember
and gather and
screaming
write those cool
about this
pictures
console.
and everything. That was really neat. I loved that about the Wii U. I thought it made you feel interactive, like you were part of a giant gaming community who all shared similar likes and tastes.
Because DSP,
And I liked
isn't that when
seeing,
Amiibo started
the
showing
art
up?
and everything
And
that
you
they
got
drew over
really
there.
mad
That
then.
was really nicely done, but it just feels like they didn't really think big picture with that console.
That's what I was thinking as
They were
well,
like,
Dustin.
we
I
already
don't
did
remember
motion
there being a
controls
lot
with
of
the Wii. How do we
ports.
top it? We'll just keep
I
the
guess
motion
what he's
controls,
saying is that
tack
over
something
time
else
they
on.
ported everything.
Oh,
But
this
that's
stupid screen
the case with a
controller.
lot of
Like,
consoles.
who wanted that?
PlayStation
Anyone
has
ask
ported
them?
over a lot of
Obviously,
their games.
you know, they didn't do any market research again with Nintendo. They don't do market research. They just do whatever they want. And
That's
then,
not
then it
true.
ends up flopping, right?
That's not true. They do
Sith
like,
Alchemist actually called these. I remember you.
They do
you being
market
in the trash,
research, but it's
you're
very
absolutely
self-serving
positively
market
right. The only
research, I
system
found.
ever on camera I took
You
my
guys
Wii
don't
U
want an
and I
F-Zero
threw it in the
game.
trash
You
bin.
guys never
And
said you
then
wanted an F-Zero
I took
game.
It out, I threw it right
Your
outside
survey
the dumpster.
doesn't have
And
F-Zero
then
as an
the truck came
option.
and took it away immediately. Okay, none of that happened except the trash bin because I actually took it right out and kept using it.
Oh,
But, you
but
see
that
my
doesn't
point.
make any sense, DSP.
Okay, I
Because
got a
back
couple
then you
shout
were
outs.
the realest motherfucker
Alex
in the
from
world.
Phoenix.
The realest
$20
motherfucker in the
super
world
chat.
wouldn't act like
Says,
that.
happy birthday, Phil. In my
And do
own
something
opinion, the Game Boy
incongruous.
SP is the
Incongruent
best portable system of all
with
time.
themselves, you know?
The games had great stories. My personal favorite was Mega Man
I
04.
don't know. I feel like I
Cheer.
can't trust the
It-
realest
it's
game
here,
on the
right?
internet now.
Which one is the SP? You mean Game Boy Advance SP? The original Game Boy Advance was the blue one, right?
Where are we
And then
pointing?
there was the foldable one. Was that the SP? The foldable one?
Yeah,
I
that
think
bummed
that's
me
what
out
the
too,
difference
Dustin.
was,
That's why I
right?
got my old
'Cause
one
the standard
still.
Game Boy Advance was the
I'm not
chunky
about to give
one,
that
and
up.
the SP
Hell
was
no.
the shrinkable one.
My brother,
I liked the, actually,
my
I
younger
had
brother
the
gave me all of
shrinkable
his
one. I really
Nintendo
liked that too.
or
Absolutely.
Game Boy Advance games. I think
So thank you,
except for
Alex
two
from
that he
Phoenix.
lost,
And then
which bums me out.
RC Day $5.
See, that's the
super chat
thing. I
from
was
Matthew,
always
who says,
much
"Happy
better
birthday,
at
Phil. It's been
keeping
a great
track of my
ride.
collections of
I've
stuff.
supported you for years.
Whereas my
Watching you since I was
brothers
7
would
years old. I
lose
hope you're having the best day.
30,
That's
40%
crazy
of
to
their
think.
stuff, and
I've
then
been
give
around
me
for
the
15
rest of
years,
it,
so
and
I
I would
might
be
be in the
annoyed because I would
20s.
think, if you had
And
just given
watching
it to me
now,
earlier,
they
I
started
would
when
have
we were
never
7.
lost all that
That's
stuff.
insane. Thank you very much, Matthew. Okay.
Because I had my stuff organized.
Shall we do some Game Boy rankings?
My
You wanna
brother
do
would
Game
have
Boy
one
Advance?
game at
Game
his
Boy- oh, fuck,
in his
on the wrong
desk at
screen.
school.
Game Boy Advance was great.
One game in his backpack.
I really liked how
Stuff
the
would
games...
disappear.
Oh my god, I did it again. I did it twice in a row.
And I'm a little bitter about it.
I'm really stupid. Here we are. I really like how Game Boy Advance really improved the graphics. Like, Game Boy was good. And
I
then
will rate Game Boy
Pocket,
Advance lower
Game
for
Boy
me,
Color,
but
the
only
graphics
because
were
I
always
didn't
the
play
same,
much of it. I
just
played, I
slightly
think, 2
improved the
games on
color.
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy
I played
Advance really made it look so
Pokemon
good.
Emerald
Like, it felt like it
and
felt like it was like
F-Zero.
Super Nintendo almost in your hands,
which they were
right?
cool, but
And I think a lot of
sorry,
people
other
really
games
appreciated that about
on
it.
other consoles, you know.
It is really chunky. Take a look at it. Like, it's pretty big for a handheld console.
Not really. I've
especially
got it
when your
over
Game
here.
Boy was actually slimmer than this thing originally was, and now all of a sudden you got
I
this
wanna
bigger
see.
unit. And it doesn't
got it
really
right
fold.
here
It's
next
not
to
really
me.
that portable. It is kind of a bigger chunker, a bigger chunker unit. But at the same time, it did improve upon a lot of the issues. Like the battery life was not as big of a problem in the original Game Boy. It had full color. It had better graphics, right? But it was still battery powered.
This thing doesn't
correct?
feel big
If
at
I remember
all.
correctly, you still needed
Does
to run a
DSP have
battery.
really small hands or something?
So I'm gonna say Game Boy Advance.
This thing is tiny.
How about this? Game Boy
Can't count on
Advance
DSP for anything.
is a B. But the Game Boy SP is an A. What do you think of that? Because the Game Boy SP improved the portability, added a chargeability. If you remember, what didn't just run on AA's, you could actually have a rechargeable thing. It was foldable. It was easily transportable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like everything was dramatically improved.
I got this
A
Game Boy
huge
Advance
dramatic,
from my grandpa's swap shop meet. So it's
Having it
missing a
be
couple parts and missing its back plate. I could
portable
probably get
and
that on
chargeable.
eBay.
It changed the game of the handhelds, honestly. Oh, that's right. I even forgot about this. Paul says it also had a backlight. You're absolutely right. The SP added the backlight. I totally forgot about that. So now you don't need to play with perfect lighting. You could play it in the goddamn dark, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
How
I
often
agree.
did I need to play games
I
in the
agree
dark?
there. I don't think it's God tier, though. I think it's very, very good. So I'm going to give the SP A ranking, and I'm going to give the Game
At least
Boy
we're burning
Advance a
through
B
these
ranking.
quicker now.
There you go.
What was your first game controls? Mine.
Shout out to Dutch, who did a super chat, and he says, does Phil know about the Vectrex? The Vectrex was a console that only used vector graphics, which are those weird, almost like transparent lines.
What was my first game controller?
If it was white or green. I've seen it before.
Sega, I guess.
I do know about that.
I remember I had one of those 6-button Sega
King
controllers.
Gabriel did a super
You know, the
chat.
one that DSP
He
forgot
says,
existed?
doing the Wii dirty with an F tier ranking, but it's understandable. Thank you, King Gabriel. Thank you for understanding my rankings.
Your rankings
I
are
am
all
trying
over
to
the place and
justify, though. I'm not just
stupid.
throwing stuff around like an asshole. Thank you, King Gabriel, for the super chat. By the way, guys,
Game Boy
reminder.
Advance was the same games, but with color and a backlight. No new
There we
graphics. Right.
I was like, I hit my cursor on the right screen. For a $100 contribution, you can have a nice shot. Well, I can have a nice shot of Harrowhorn Gin. Doesn't matter if it's a tip or a super chat at this point. Either is appreciated. And I will take a nice shot. I've already had 3 today, but then I ate food, which kind of negated it. So if you want to see me get sloshed,
Give me a bunch of money.
Today's been a very.
Hey, DSP, what kind of date do you think you are,
I'm
man?
I'm not actually.
Oh, my first game console? What? Mine was Sega Genesis.
I haven't mentioned it in a while. Okay. Wow, excuse me, that's really disgusting.
My first game console
You
that
smell
I
different when
owned
you're awake.
personally
Says, cheers to having
was
birthday
a Game
and
Boy.
drinking and alcohol. We already answered that. Okay.
But the Sega Genesis
let's go to a
belonged to
more
my older
modern
brother
console
and I,
now.
so I count
How
that as
about-
my first game console.
Let's take a look at. Are there multiple PS3 models on here? There are, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the original PS3, and then this is the.
The original
PS3
is one of the only
Slim,
ones that you
isn't
can
it?
use to play vintage games.
So let's
with.
go with the original PS3. And again,
Begging
I'm
for
just gonna
shots,
dump
next
it in
level
B.
begging. Yeah, and he's
All
putting
right.
such a
But
humongous paywall
let's
behind
talk
it
PS3.
that it's just
When
scummy.
the PS3 came out,
Pay
it
me
was
hundreds of dollars to take a shot.
unprecedentedly expensive.
DSP, how
It was
much of a date do you think you
ridiculously
are? How
over
hot
the
do you
top
think you are? I think a lot of
expensive.
people would go to the bar and maybe spend
$599
half
US
of that on a
dollars.
girl.
All right.
And this dude's
In
demanding
addition,
100 per
it was
drink.
chunky.
No.
It had limited storage
No.
space. It was using Blu-rays. which
You're
a lot
not
of
some
people were not
haughty
used to
DSP,
yet.
cut
It
it
was using
out.
Bluetooth, which a lot of people were not used to yet. The graphics, at least at the launch of the PS3, had issue because no one knew how to develop for the console.
It was too
At
crazy.
all.
It was alien tech.
And people were,
We found the
these third-party
PlayStation out in the
companies, for example,
desert.
trying to make
There was a
Madden.
dead alien next
Madden
to
on the
it.
Xbox 360 looking gorgeous. Madden on the PS3
How does this thing work?
Fucked
It's impossible, man.
Like, what happened?
Gotta reverse
It was-
engineer this
It
bad
took
boy.
about 2 to 3 years for game developers to actually figure out the PS3 and start making amazing games for it. By the end of its life cycle, it was an amazing console. I mean, look at the games like The Last of Us was one of the.
I did
final
like
games to come out
PlayStation
for
3.
it. It
I
was
did
best
not
in
own
class,
PlayStation 3 until
right?
much later in its
But I
life.
really feel like it had a rocky
And the only
start.
reason I got it
And
was
I'm gonna be honest
because
with you
I
guys.
learned that it could play Japanese
still,
games,
to this
so I
day,
played
don't
Gundam
think
games on
Bluetooth
it.
was the good selection. Bluetooth technology is just not that good. It's not. I've used other wireless technologies for voice chat and things. They sound better than Bluetooth. Bluetooth is kind of like, I don't know, it's like a fad because people like the name. Oh, Bluetooth sounds
That's
trendy.
why they liked it,
But it's just
DSP.
not that
They
good,
liked
in
it
my
because of the
opinion.
name.
Do you remember the original 6-axis controller for the PS3 that had motion control? And no one
right.
wanted
What you
it.
just
It was in
said
the original Uncharted. Everyone hated
Is
it.
one of the most
And within
insanely idiotic
1
things
year,
I've ever
0
heard.
games used it, and they completely phased it out. But now everyone had to pay for it in their controller, even though no games used it. Like literally, no games used the built-in motion controls. It was a complete waste of money.
E3 has been canceled, and definitely all the big companies.
Some would
have backed
argue the
out.
same thing with the
Yeah,
built-in Blu-ray
DSP
player.
called it.
Although
I
games like
assume.
Metal Gear Solid 4 never
Didn't
would
he
have
say
been
that? Didn't he
possible
say that
if
he
they didn't
called
have
that
the
it would?
built-in Blu-ray
It doesn't
player
matter. I don't
for
really
the sheer
care.
size.
He's
So
annoying to me.
I think that's kind of a, I don't know. That's a justifiable
He's annoying to me
thing,
with his
I feel.
prophecy thing. I told you this was going to happen. I told you.
I kind of feel
Didn't
like
you all hear me say it?
if Xbox 360 is going to be A rank, that PS3 has to be B. You know? By the end of the console generation, they definitely recovered. But I definitely feel like that console gen, Xbox 360, definitely was better
Crazy.
than
He's
PS3.
not even doing a shot
And
for
then it
every
was a
$100.
complete and utter
Yeah, that'd be
flip-flop
nice
the
too.
next
That would
console
be really
gen,
cool.
Where PS4 was like
Not
way
really
ahead
cool.
of
It's still
Xbox
extremely
One.
lame. But at
So
least it'd
I'm
be
gonna
better than what
say
he's doing.
That
He finds the worst way
Xbox
to do
360
any
is an A.
situation.
I have to say that PS3 is a B. I can't give PS3 an A and tie them. They're not tied. The Xbox 360 really did dominate that console gen, only until maybe the final year and a half, when the market was already saturated. Then all of a sudden PS3 caught up.
Yeah, no kidding. I drink really cheap stuff.
So,
And I'm a very big
oh really?
lightweight.
Homo
I
X says, well, you
Get
gotta
made
think about
fun of
this,
it
Phil.
fairly regularly, mostly
That
by my
there's
wife.
multiple models. There's the Slim. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna put base model PS3
I
as
take
a C,
maybe
and I'm gonna put PS3
2
Slim
shots,
as a B.
and I'm already starting to
How about
tap
that?
out.
I think that makes a little bit more sense since we're doing the different models of it.
So you
I
can
think
get me drunk on $10
Okay,
mostly.
we got 2 down right there.
Don't take
Hold on, 'cause
advantage
I wanna
of
walk
me,
up
please.
close again and look at some of these others. What do we got?
What I end up doing is I have to really cut the crap out of my drink. I usually drink either... I like sake because it goes with a lot of drinks that are fruit based, and you can't really taste the sake, but it still gets you drunk after a while. I know the implication is that I'm a weeb, but I really like alcohol that I can't taste, and so I mix that with some of those Lipton fruit drinks, and it's great. I don't even feel myself getting drunk until I'm there. Yeah, he's still at it, Scott. And it's been an absolute nightmare.
Okay.
He's had bad take after bad take after bad take.
We got some interesting things to consider here, dude.
I've got an
I didn't
interesting
even
thing for you
notice
to
that
consider.
the other model of Xbox
Not
360
walking
is
all the
on
way
there,
to the
one where
TV.
the red ring issue was fixed. That's an immediate demotion of the red ring Xbox 360 to B rank, and the later version that fixed the issue goes into A rank. Right?
Shouldn't it go to
I didn't
S rank?
even
Because you
notice
were
it was
saying that's
there,
what kept it from
but
being
that
an S
for
rank.
sure should shuffle those two around.
We already
That
have a
wouldn't
new
make
clone
sense.
just as this one was
So,
sitting down.
There you go.
He already forgot what he said.
Let's
That's
see
crazy
here.
to me.
I was gonna do.
I trailed off midway through his villains one. How many has DSP
was
done
it? I
since
just
then?
lost it.
Just this one.
Oh,
He spends about
portables.
40 minutes shoveling food into
All
his
right,
head.
Game Gear. If the original
Tequila is a
Game Boy
stimulant, not a depressant.
is a
Like
B,
normal. Oh.
the Game Gear is a D.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. The Game Gear
The Game
was
Gear was a piece of junk. The Game
rare
Gear, you could
alignment
barely
with
see
me and
the
DSP
screen.
here.
Even in good lighting,
My
you
brother
could
had a
barely
Game
see the
Gear,
screen.
and that
Okay?
was the one
battery life, if you
console
can
I was
believe
not
it,
excited
was worse
to
than the
inherit.
battery life of the original Game Boy.
It
And
was trash.
the game selection was
The-
inferior because it didn't have all those awesome Nintendo titles.
The battery
So
drain
it really
was wild.
struggled
My brother would
to have
buy
good
pretty much a
games.
Costco
It really wanted to compete,
size package
and it
of
just
AA
really
batteries.
couldn't. So I'm gonna give it
And
that
it
D,
would be
that
dead by the
stinky D
time
tier.
we ever got to
you
grandma's
go.
house or something. It wasn't like she lived that far away. It was maybe, what, an hour and a half?
Well,
Batteries
Derek,
gone.
Game Gear had all of the Sega tie-in games, of course. All those Sonic games and things like that. But also it did get
No.
some
Good evening,
third-party
Scott.
attempts. I think it had like some Spider-Man games, things like that. But again, without that first-party amazing support like Nintendo had, it definitely was inferior.
No, Game Gear was pretty bad.
Okay, how about we do something interesting? How about we grab, if I can find it here. I'm trying to
I
find
remember
it.
that the Game Gear had rechargeable batteries at one
I'm
point,
looking for the
and they were so
original PlayStation.
huge
Is
that
this
when
it?
you plugged them in and you had the Game Gear
Is that the original
fully
PlayStation
weighted
1?
up,
That's not the Model 2.
I thought you could
with the
cave in someone's
thumbstick.
head with that
That's
bad
the
boy.
original PlayStation
It's like holding
1,
a cinder
correct?
block. I exaggerate because I was a little kid.
I
at
think
the
it
time.
was, right? So, if this is original
Overstimulation used to be a
PS1,
hobby. DSP's been
then
accused of
the
overstimulating.
thing is, there was a dramatic improvement to the PS1, where not only did you have a version that sold the dual thumbsticks, but so a lot of people don't know this. Okay, original PS1 was amazing for the game selection. It had so many awesome games because it was CD based. Because it was CD based, the first home based CD console really that was economical. You know, you had shit like the 3DO and the CDI. Those weren't economical. Those were like $800 consoles that no one fucking bought. The PS1 was the first one by Sony that made it viable to have a home
Did
CD
any
based
other
system.
important streamer do
So
one of these
the
streams
game selection was absolutely
rating
amazing.
game consoles?
But before the
Want someone
thumbsticks,
rank
a lot of the
presidents
games
in
were
their
hindered by
histories?
controls.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know this. I know this because I owned it. The Model 1 PS1 was faulty, much like you had the red ring of death on the Xbox
What?
360s.
I owned one of those
On the
too.
Model 1 PS1, there was a problem where when it was reading games, it would heat up. The
No.
laser
Did it?
to read the game would heat up, and it would actually melt the glue that held the lens in place that the laser would go through to read the game.
DSP, I
So
think you
because it would
have
melt the glue,
a unique
the lens
issue.
would go like this when it was rotating the disc.
Did you drop
and it would give
spaghetti
you
in your
insane
PlayStation?
amounts of disc read errors. You would have to start putting your thing on its
I still
side.
have my old
flipping
PlayStation
over, and sometimes
version
every
1,
game was a
and it
little
still works.
different because it had to run at a different speed.
Did you drop
so
it down
you were
the staircase,
fucking with this thing
DSP?
constantly
That's it.
to get it to work.
It was dirty,
Okay?
and he was a
So
little kid. He
even
didn't know
though
any better, so he put it in the
PS1
washing
was very
machine.
innovative for having 3D graphics, increased storage space on CDs, the limited control scheme, and that faulty Model 1 really, in my
This would be
opinion,
like if I
puts it
went
back.
over every book I've
I'm
ever
going to
read.
give that an
Same here.
actual B tier. However, the later model fixed
What's
all
your-
of that.
what's
Is
the-
the
what's
later
the book
model
you recommend
PlayStation
for me?
on here?
I should watch some of those, Richard. I bet they're much faster and much more concise and much more interesting.
Well, yes,
DSP manages to fail all three.
Here it is.
How goddamn embarrassing is this, DSP, that you have to get up and go look at your TV? This big ass new shiny TV that you have.
So it is on there. Now it's weird. It's very weird.
That's why we're going through
because
so many clones right now, is because he has to keep getting up
That's
and
the last model.
getting
of
dumped
PS1.
down the tube.
That's not even the middle model. There
Yeah,
were
PS1
three models
should
of
be-
PS1. There
PS1
was
should be an
the
A,
Model
maybe.
1 that had the base controller. Model 2 fixed the hardware issues and added dual thumbsticks. Model 3 is the one you see there that added the screen.
I don't see where.
You see that? So I would even argue the one that added the screen is probably an A. And then I would say the middle one was probably also an A. You know? I'm wondering why we don't have the Model 2 down here, because that is kind of misleading. But I'm gonna give it an A. Okay, continuing on.
Okay.
Let's see what we've got. Do we have any classic consoles? Is this the Dreamcast?
I'm always looking for. I asked for a lot of books during Christmas and
Dreamcast
birthdays.
is near and dear to my
So
heart.
I feel like that's easy for people to get.
I bought my first Dreamcast in Chinatown in New York City. They had imported it from Japan. I know that sounds weird that a Chinese store imported it from Japan, but they did. I paid like $400 for it when it was really only a $200 console. I got it because it was the only way to play faithful ports of Street Fighter style games at home at the time.
When did he say he
All
was
the
going to
other,
end
like,
this
the
stream?
PlayStation versions were not good. This was the one that was like arcade perfect almost. Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah,
and
DSP
1.
really needs a monitor. You're absolutely right.
Strike, it was
I
really
think
good
his
home versions of these
gameplay
games.
ability would genuinely
And
improve.
The controller was innovative. With the
And
way
then
that it
he'd
had the
be
controls
saying
laid
that,
out, and also it had that
I always told
VMU,
everyone
the
that
virtual memory
monitor was
unit.
the way
You
to
had,
go.
like, a
But you
Tamagotchi
all
built
said
into
you
it, but
wanted the
also had other
TV.
uses. It had some really innovative games. Jet Set Radio. Or is it Jet Grind Radio? It's Jet something
Jet Grind
Radio.
Radio.
Crazy Taxi. Power Stone. Okay? Really good games back then. But the Dreamcast was destined to fail because it was the dawn of internet piracy. And when I got my Dreamcast, everyone found out you don't have to buy games for this thing. You could just get every game for free online.
But they
everyone
can't do
bought a
that. That's
console
illegal,
And then
DSP.
immediately went online and burned every single game for free and never paid $1 for any games. And literally had a console with unlimited games. And it
Far
failed
out.
within about 2 years of being out. Sega couldn't make money on it.
A
was
book I
real
recommend.
shit
It's
that
a
happened
really
that
dumb
way.
book, but it's
It
frankly
was
my
rare-
favorite
I'm
book
not
I've ever
even kidding
read
you,
was
it rare
Real
that I
Ultimate
had a friend
Power.
who owned a real
That's where
Dreamcast. They
my
all just
profile
burned
picture
it.
on Discord
So,
is from.
I would say, even though it was a very innovative console for what it was, its shortcomings led it to fail ultimately. I got to give it a C. What a horrible problem to have. Because it was a great console that was destined to be outdated when everyone could, you know what I'm saying? Like, how could it succeed? It's just sad.
It had
I
this
feel like
website.
it should have been an S
Ready to
tier.
get pumped. It was
But-
about ninjas. Pretty cool, huh?
I'm gonna give it
And
a
you could
lower
do this.
virtual-
There's
by
this
the
one on
way,
Seppuku.
Dreamcast did die out as well.
Get a frisbee.
After about using them for about 2-3 years.
Clean it.
They
Make
would
sure
just fry.
family's not
They
around.
would just go. Psh.
Get super pissed
And sometimes you could send them
and
out for a
fold
pair.
that
Sometimes you
frisbee
couldn't.
up.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a C tier.
Hell
I
yeah.
really am. I know some people have an issue with that. How about the Game Boy Color? So I would say Game Boy Color dramatically improved upon the experience of.
The one I watch
the
is who
original Game
streams,
Boy.
unless it's a group that plays on monitors.
So I'm gonna
I
give
play
it an
my
A rank.
games on TV,
I am.
but I am trying
'Cause the
to
Game Boy
transition
Color,
over to fully
it shrunk
monitor.
the form factor smaller, so it only needed. I think it only needed 4 batteries instead of the 6 the standard Game Boy did. And
Scott,
having
I
full
believe
color
it was
actually
much
really added a
easier to
lot the
pirate
games.
those games.
So I'm gonna give the Game Boy Color
Which
an
every
A rank.
thing can
I
be
am.
pirated, but this one had almost
Okay,
zero
continuing
resistance
on.
to it,
Um,
from my understanding.
see here.
Which again
oh,
isn't
man, this looks like
necessarily the
something
fault
new
of the
yet, huh?
console developers.
Let's just
I guess
pull a
maybe
random
they
one.
had
How
too much faith
about-
in humanity.
So what?
Sorry.
What is this, guys? What I'm?
That
oh, I
is-
have my, is this the PS Vita?
No, that's a PlayStation Portable.
This is the PSP and this is the PS Vita.
No,
correct?
other way around, dumbass. Isn't it? I'm almost positive.
That's the original PSP? This is the later PSP? Now I'm really confused. Then where's the Vita? I thought I saw the Vita.
Your cursor's on it. It is not on here?
Oh, I'm confused.
Oh, well then
Maybe we
I'm
should do more
confused.
modern content.
Because I don't care about the Vita. I
Right?
wasn't one of 3 people who owned it. Hold on, let me
Like,
talk
I would
to
argue
Master Rankus. Maybe you can identify
Xbox
it.
Series S or X. Where's Xbox
I read
Series
all
X?
the RimWorld.
Right here?
Yeah, I've heard of RimWorld.
That's like an S tier. That's like the ideal console. So is PS5, I would say. I would actually say, no exaggeration, that Xbox
I'm going to be a
Series
weirdo and
X
say that PlayStation 4 is
and
better than PlayStation 5 in some ways.
are like the epitome
Because I
of
can
what you
mod
would
my
want in a home
PlayStation
console.
4 much
The only
easier.
real discerning factor between
And
the
that
two
brings me
is
fun.
the game selections. and if you care about Game Pass or not, right? I really would argue that. People are like, no. If that's the case, then we're going to drop them both down to A.
Hey, look at that. He conceded. That's beautiful, DSP.
Because I keep telling you guys, everyone asks me, everyone always asks me, which one do you like better? It's like, I mean, well, personally, I like this controller better. So I like the Xbox Series X better.
Brooks
but it doesn't
converter.
mean that the games run better or anything. It's just, it's like personal preference. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not personal preference because you've made it very clear that this console is just bad for having that thing.
An A ranking. And of course, just by the default then, the Xbox Series S has to be a B, but it's still a great console. It's still a great console for sure. It's just that it's not as powerful as the X that doesn't have the storage space.
PlayStation 4 has more older games. Exactly. I'm down with PlayStation 4. People were asking me why I even keep my PlayStation 4 when I had a PlayStation 5. And it was kind of a dumb question if they had known to ask it because I have all my old consoles. But that one in particular,
is this
I thought,
the original
because
DS? There's so many models of the DS that I'm going to confuse them. The original DS was gray and metallic silver. I don't see it. Do you guys see the original model DS? I don't even see it on here. Right? Do you see the regular Nintendo DS? I don't see it. I only see the next one.
We've covered this, DSP.
And then the last one. I only see those two. I don't see the standard model. The standard model was not that good. The standard model was weird. It felt very odd. And it had like a weird texture to it that didn't feel good in your hands. It would wear out, actually.
No, DSP. You just had gravy all over your hands. That's why it was like that, man.
Slim one, the white one, that it started to feel like a really nice, compact, portable system. The standard DS, I would actually give like a, probably, honestly, a C rank.
What?
And then I would probably say the
done.
DS Lite is probably a B rank. And then probably the DS XL is probably an A rank. But you could disagree.
Yeah, I do.
But I think that that's how I would rank those.
Especially how harshly you treated the original. The original had the PlayStation, or not PlayStation, what? Whoa, that was way off. Had the
XL I placed was the 3DS.
Game Boy
Yeah, I
Advance
would say
one.
the 3DS is an A rank for sure. And I would say that this is a B. The light DS, right?
Sir.
Because they don't have the other DS on here.
Yeah, I'm looking right there at
It's
it,
only
man.
those two. Those are the only two I see.
There's one right down
the
there.
XL. So this is like the standard DS.
Next to the
and this is supposed to be
N64.
like the 3DS. That's what
This is good,
they
Drugs.
represent. I would definitely say the 3DS
You
is
could walk
better
all
than
your
the
life and
regular
never
DS.
see the same place twice. Was that the Ring World? He had gamer food grease all over his hooves. Yeah, and he probably finished jerking it and didn't wash his hands. No wonder his stuff's breaking down like crazy, man. You're stress testing this stuff beyond what it was ever designed to do.
But I don't see another model DS. Do you?
I read.
Oh my God, you're right. There is one
Red
right
Rising.
here. I didn't even see it.
Red Rising was a pretty good book.
Oh wow, I totally didn't see it. I would argue that's the same then, because they're both 3DSs. They're both great consoles. The regular DS is like a C. The mini version is like a B, and the 3DSs are both A's.
I don't get it.
In my opinion,
my Nintendo.
the 3DS
it's
is so
broken.
Cool. It has this
Mom
awesome
sees
wireless stuff in it.
Pools of marinara and jizz all over the console.
You go to a convention,
Philly
you can interact with people at the convention.
I think it's because
playing
you've had it a
minigames,
long time.
trading
It's probably
profiles,
worn out.
doing all kinds of fun shit. It was an ultimate social experience. I went to so many conventions in my early YouTube days with my 3DS on me, and I would come home and have a ridiculous amount of stuff that I got that I could now add and play games with these characters and stuff. It was really, really neat.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't Jaha just slap it out of your hand and steal it from you?
So
that's what he should have
that's
done.
what I'm going with those, I feel.
Hand over your 3DS,
Okay.
bum. Then he breaks it
we
in
gotta
front of
keep
you.
going. Nintendo 64. Oh,
I'll put that at A, or at least S. I don't know, S or A,
That's a tough call.
because that was a console I
Essentially,
spent a lot
Nintendo
of time
64
on.
is the last great cartridge system.
You just did the Nintendo DS.
It is. I mean, it was the last great
The
cartridge
Nintendo-
system ever
okay.
made. After that, all cartridges were completely
I
abandoned.
consider a memory card
and
a
everyone
cartridge,
moved on to
isn't it?
CDs for home consoles.
Or am I
They still
confused?
use the little memory cards and things and for handhelds.
Whatever.
In some
I
cases,
just
the
got
game
here.
selections
Has
were
he really
amazing.
stooped
Games
his
like,
low ranking streams now?
Mario
You know,
64,
he's
holy
really
shit,
excited about
completely
this.
innovated the industry,
Because
right?
people were saying
It
in
made
chat
all
that they kind of
platformers
like
3D
this,
from
and
then on.
now
No
he
one wanted
sees
a 2D
dollar signs.
platformer.
Oh, you guys love this. It's
For
really
Ocarina of
easy,
Time, even though I
easy
didn't like it at
concept.
the time, now I've played
Because
it
look
and
at
I
that.
dramatically
He can do
respect it.
pre-streams
Star
on
Fox
each item
64, oh
and be
my
wrong
God.
as hell about
it
each
took the
single one
shitty
of
ass
them.
graphics from the SNES,
And
it
even
made it
better,
so
fans
good to
could
play,
make
so
some
fun.
for him, so he doesn't have
Amazing
to do
soundtrack.
shit.
Wow. At the same time,
Pretty good, huh?
because the N64 was cartridge-based, it was
I got
held
it in
back.
history as
There
I
were
got
games that were
older science
cross-platform that
stuff. I
were
actually was working
sad
with DNA.
to play on the N64.
That's pretty cool.
And
DNA
certain
and
games that
stuff
were
sounds
supposed to be
super
good
complicated.
weren't. For example,
Complicated.
Killer Instinct.
It is complicated.
Originally, Killer
Complicated.
Instinct 1 was supposed to be on Nintendo 64. It got delayed to the point they didn't even put it on there. They ended up putting it
How many are we done?
on
Let's see.
the sequel on there instead, and they called it KI Gold. It's not. It's Killer Instinct 2. They lied and acted like it was Killer Instinct 1 when it was Killer Instinct 2. So
25.
and also, keep in
Also,
mind,
DSP, how's that a
because the
lie? Maybe they just
N64
rebranded
was
it.
console-based, it missed out on a lot of
Rebranding
great
is a
games like
lie?
the Final Fantasy
DSP,
series, which
stop
was geared up
rebranding
and
then. You're
ready
living
to
a
be on
lie.
it until Square
Stop
Enix
doing
realized we can't
DSP
put this on a
reacts
cartridge.
and tasteful
So
truth.
just on that
That's a
basis
lie.
alone, N64 is an A rank. It
I
cannot
thought
be
the Switch
S
used
rank
cartridges.
because it
I
has
guess
too many
memory
limitations
cards aren't
with the
cartridges, but come on,
cartridge-based
man.
system. Just based on that. But outside of that,
It's a
an
cartridge
outstanding
with
console
extra
great
prestige.
games. It stood the test of time, but it's an A rank only.
DS
never
Lite was the
surpass
best.
A
It
rank
got all the
because it's
newer
on
ones stunk.
cartridges. If it was CD based,
I really
it
liked
probably
it.
would be S tier.
Okay.
So there you go. I'm not insane. I'm a very sane person.
You are
Thank you, Dutch, for a
definitely
couple super chats.
detached
Do
from
you know about the
reality.
laser active? No. He has a second super chat. He says, "Has anyone ever had a laser active? Send it to me."
Yeah, what if,
I don't even know
exactly,
what a laser
Steph.
active is.
You
What
called
the
it.
hell's a laser
What if they had
active?
to
I've
lie
never
to
heard of
protect
this.
their killer instinct
Okay.
families, man? This dude is inconsiderate. Man, I'm really slurring
you,
my
Dutch,
words
for the
today. I
super
really
chats.
should get that tooth
Okay.
fixed.
No, it's not S.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
keep putting
Everyone's
it
saying it's
off.
S. No, it's not. You guys are all wrong. Every one of you are completely incorrect. Okay.
I'll do it eventually.
We're almost done. I think we need to rate
Hollywood
these
science. That's some
portable
dangerous science there,
PlayStation
buddy.
systems.
Like what, Andy Dick?
So
No.
I think this is PSP and I think this is PS Vita.
You're wrong
They
again.
don't have separate models. So I'm gonna say PSP.
Okay. That is very much not a
Probably
PSP,
a
isn't
B.
it?
While the Vita is probably a C.
I have my
PSP had a good selection of games and even movies, but it never really took off like the Game Boy. I think Sony wanted it to.
Well,
but it just had
they
a lot
wanted it
not
to,
going for it, having to
idiot.
rotate discs around. To
Yeah, we
play.
don't really want
It
to have
actually
our
took a lot
console
of energy out of
take
it.
off. You know, it's
And
just
to
kind of
have
a
this-
little
to
pet
have
project
rotating
we have
discs
going
and
on.
things. It was kind of a bad technology move.
Watch a
Everything
Scanner
else,
Darkly if
again,
you
all
get
the
a
other
chance.
portable
Scanner
consoles were on
Darkly?
these
I've
little-
heard of that one.
Cartridges or whatever, cards, and they opted. They wanted to have a spinnable disc.
I
It
think
just
this
didn't really
lady at
work in my
college, she said it was her favorite movie.
I do feel like it wasn't as good. Now the Vita,
I wish I was
the problem with the
inebriated. Make
Vita
this much
was
easier.
the cost and the selection of games. PSP had
No,
a good selection of
and
games.
it's something
but
that I
never
kind of
really
see with DSP
excelled
sometimes,
past
because when you
being
have tooth pain,
standalone
you
kinda
hold your
handheld.
mouth in a certain
It
way.
didn't blow up.
And
The
you get
Vita
used to it
never
being in
even
that
had
way
good
because it
games.
soothes
It had
the pain,
very few games
so
that we were
that
playing. It was
you slur
insanely expensive.
because it's not
the
how
freaking
your mouth
accessories for it were
normally is.
insanely expensive. Essentially, it was like having a portable
It's
PS3
really
in your hand,
frustrating.
which was nice.
Because I
liked
catch
the
myself
graphics.
messing
I
up
just didn't
words
like
all the time, and I
games.
get
think
really
I owned
embarrassed.
4 games for it, out of which I liked 1.
Philip K. Dick
It's
was
like,
a
it just
madman,
wasn't
but an
worth the
actual
money.
genius.
It was a
I
complete
know quite a
ripoff.
few people like that.
So,
the guy who writes JoJo Bizarre
PSP,
Adventure. He's a
I give
madman and a
B,
genius.
and I give the Vita a C.
Okay, well, those are switched, DSP. Switch them around. I have a PSP. I'm looking at it.
I think we're almost
That's not
done.
a PSP you put there.
Oh wow, where do you rank GameCube?
S. A or S, one of the two. Okay.
B.
What?
You rank GameCube B. Why? Because Nintendo just didn't get it. While everyone else was trying to innovate and make things more adult-oriented, they were trying to break ground. Nintendo said, "Let's make a console that looks like a child's toy."
That's what they
and
said,
we'll take that
DSP.
market. And I really feel this was
That's
the
what they
console
said.
gen
You were there in the board
where
meeting.
Nintendo misstepped big time, because if they had
So you don't
stayed
like
in
the
direct
package?
competition with Sony, and then when Microsoft stepped up to the plate, it would have been, wow, they're not. They keep saying ever since the GameCube, we're not in competition with Sony and Microsoft. Yes, you are, Nintendo. No, we're not. We do our own thing. It doesn't matter. That's still your competitor, and it frustrates me that they don't believe that. They just don't. They're
What is this
foolish
hang
in
up
that
with
regard,
Nintendo?
where they think that like their completely their own.
But he also
thing they
loves
are now.
them. But he
And
hates them.
GameCube was the
I
beginning
guess it's
of that
like
thought
anything with
process.
DSP.
The controller is stupid. The console looks stupid.
I'm glad it helped you,
You
then.
know, the little discs, they're stupid. There's just a lot of things stupid about it. They didn't need to do that. It was a really dumb idea. It's a B rank for me. Nintendo Virtual Boy, that is a default F. It is one of the worst consoles ever made in human history. You can't even use the thing for more than about 20 minutes without getting severe eye burning and strain. I know because I used it. It was in a
used
local
it.
Blockbuster video.
I had one.
Back in the day, they had a
I had
demo
one.
unit.
It got lost,
I played
thankfully.
it. I was
I did
using,
not
my
want to
parents
keep
looking
that
at
thing.
movies. I said,
And I
I
was
want to
able
try
to use
this
that
new
thing for
console.
maybe an hour.
I sat there
Didn't
and I
hurt me
played
at all.
tennis
Maybe
for
I'm a
about
stronger
10
person than
minutes,
you,
and my
Phil.
eyes were burning out of my fucking head.
GameCube was
I was
well
like,
loved.
ah!
What was DSP talking about?
And my
Smash
parents like
games.
came over.
Exactly.
Like, are you
There's
all
a
right?
ton
I was
of
like,
games.
ah!
Oh.
What happened? Like, it was the worst
you done?
console. It really was. I don't know what they were thinking. The Angry Video Game Nerd said it best. He says, take a look at the console. It's the equivalent of a pair of eyes on a pair of legs. There's no fucking body. It doesn't even fit anyone. How do you play that stupid thing? It's uncomfortable no matter how you play it. It hurts your eyes. It's only 2 colors. It had terrible games. It was
Pong
shit.
only had 2 colors.
That's an F tier for sure. You
Okay,
can't even
move on,
argue.
please. I'm begging you.
Bloom
Okay,
Kid.
no.
the
The
Super Chat
GameCube
says
was
the GameCube
amazing.
controller is great. I
GameCube had
completely
so many
disagree. I think the
exemplary
GameCube
games. You
controller
had Sonic
is
Adventure
stupid.
2. You had
It's just-
all the
it's got
Legend of
dumb
Zelda
buttons that
games.
look
You
like
had
pieces of
Metroid,
candy.
this game that
It
DSP
looks like
hates.
it's made by
No,
preschool.
no.
Right? It looks like something that your toddler would want to play with, and then they bite it. They don't even know how to play. They go, I think it's a toy. I
Did
really
you
don't
steal
think
my
the
joke,
GameCube is a very
DSP?
good console. You can disagree with me, but I really think it's stupid. Okay.
Yes, that too.
we're almost
I remember
done.
I brought my console with me to
All right.
school a
What I
couple
wanna do is
times
get a little-
and got to play
I'm
it
trying to-
during
is
break.
this PlayStation 2
Felt
right
really
here?
cool. I felt like a
fuck,
pimp, you
I'm
know?
on the wrong
I
screen.
brought out my console. While all you nerds
What do
are
we have
reading your
left?
books
What is this
or
console
talking
right
to
here?
your friends,
What is this?
I'm playing
I
my
can't see
GameCube.
it.
I do not mean to alarm you, but I think Phil's dashing looks
need to
has
go
begun
closer.
to convert
I
me
can't
into...
see
Oh,
them.
God. Look, I understand. That's why Cat's drawn to him. He's a stud muffin, you see.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, hold on. This is easy. That goes to B. Yep. Okay, wow, these are hard to see.
No, that was... A lot of things have been invalidated by this tier list that DSP is doing. And I think the GameCube one is the last straw. Like, just stop, DSP. Just end it in the stream. Do whatever. I'm glad you're liking that game. It's a really fun game. I always use the F-Read knocked.
I didn't even know Saturn was in the mix. All right, hold on. Okay. There's too many
They were trying to
Xboxes.
make
That's
it
why
a
they all look the
toy.
same, and I'm
Who
confused.
said that?
So I put this one.
Where was
this
that
is the
said?
standard Xbox 360.
Cite your source,
This is the
DSP.
Elite Xbox 360. They both rank exactly the same because they both had exactly the same issues at launch with the Red Ring. So I'm not going to rank one above the other just because one has a bigger hard drive. Fuck that. That's stupid.
I'm glad
So
you
they
did,
stay
Lewis.
together.
You have fun?
The Saturn, the Sega Saturn. I didn't even know it was here.
I never
All right,
played
Sega
it. I wish I
Saturn
had.
ranks exactly the same as the Dreamcast.
Which you do not have on the
Because
list yet. Oh,
even
there
though
it
it
is.
had high potential and it had great games, it was just a console, another Sega console
Restream and
that
showed
flopped.
the
It
rest
didn't have
of the
proper
gen you
marketing. It
couldn't
was
get.
over expensive at the time that it came out. It's a really good console that no one ever played.
Rage
Again,
quit the
it just-
stream and
they
booze
flopped
up.
the whole thing.
And
I bought a
tweet
Saturn,
John.
no exaggeration. When this, oh,
Went
that's
to
not a
dinner with
Saturn.
my
What is it?
sister and her fiance.
It
That's
was-
nice.
Is that a Turbo Graphics? Maybe
That's
I'm
good.
seeing Maybe I'm seeing the wrong thing.
And mom too. Nice.
Is that a Turbo Graphics 16? I thought it was a Saturn. Jesus Christ, they're too small.
And off screen again. Holy crap.
That's the Saturn. What are you talking about? That's a Sega Saturn, dude. It's not a Turbo
And
Graphics.
we are burning through clones this time.
Stop that.
I have both ST generation games. That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
It's definitely a Saturn.
Yeah,
it's
I
the
still
same
have
as
my
Dreamcast.
GameCube.
Same situation. I bought a Saturn.
And that one I know I
the
have
year
all the
was
cables
going.
for.
It was only out for a year. No game retailer wanted it. I went to Toys R Us. I bought a Saturn, 2 controllers, and like 7 games for $200. I walked home for just a couple $100, and I had a giant arms full of shit.
It'd been funny
to
if
play
you
at
got
home.
mugged.
So
Fuck
same
you.
tier as Dreamcast.
Fuck you, John.
All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 2. PlayStation 4. I think
Those
is
are
this.
both S. Go
I
ahead
would
and put
say
him
the
on S.
PlayStation 4 was a
S.
solid A. PlayStation 4 is a solid A. It was a
Yeah, I
great
remember that.
console. It was
Game Boy
best in
Advance
class
adapter.
at the
I always
time,
wanted one. I could never get
and
one.
never really had many
Really
problems.
bummed me out.
Great controller.
Then the
great
Nintendo
online
DS came
connectivity,
along and I
everything
felt
great.
better.
So PlayStation 4, solid A for me.
What mission are you on Genesis?
Where is the NES?
S tier, I
Man.
imagine. Right? You gonna say it's S tier? Go ahead, DSP. It's okay. You like it.
NES
It's
is
fine.
either A or it's either S or A. And the thing is, at the time it was an S, but over time, as the NESs got older, and every game had dirt and shit in it, and it was a pain in the ass.
You used cotton swabs and alcohol.
It's an S. NES is an S rank.
That's
for
an
me.
S.
It was so good at the time.
That's an S.
It has to be an S rank for me.
But
NES
GameCube is a
S.
B.
And excuse
This
me.
dude's on crack
Wii
cocaine.
is a B. Wii is only a B.
Howard should
it was
call
a
his boys.
it was a good
Hell yeah.
console for the time.
Why are you
but the
here,
motion
John?
controls
Why are you
were a
kicking
huge
the
gimmick
shit out of me,
that held it
John?
back, in my
Why are you
opinion.
taking my
It's
money,
definitely a B.
John? Or
It can't be
Howard.
better
Damn it, I
than
messed it all
ever.
up.
Okay.
Why are you here, Howard?
Also,
Why are you rifling through my pockets,
where
Howard?
is
Why are you
I know
taking my
there's two
car,
models of
Howard?
PS2 on here.
Cat, jump
Did I
out of the
cover everything
car.
else? Because I wanted the PS2 to be the
No,
end.
don't
Did I
put your
cover every
belt
other
buckle
console?
on.
I think I did. Now it's just
Your
the two
seatbelt
models of
on?
PS2, correct?
About to face the bigs on, and I'm sleepy.
Yeah, this is all duplicated. It's
Messing
all
up
glitched,
everything
Eric. They
today.
duplicated it by accident.
PS2 is the most sold
Oh, wait, the
console. Yeah,
Xbox One is
PS2's
on there,
A.
right?
S.
There's two models of Xbox One, correct? Here's the Xbox One that by
Why are
default
you here, Howard?
had the Connect with it.
Is that what
launch
DSP
Xbox
says during
One.
all of his
That's a
dreams?
C.
Because Howard shows up.
For sure, the launch Xbox One is a fucking C. Because it forced you to fucking have that stupid Connect with it that no one wanted. Alright, so that's just shit.
He interviewed
Okay.
the entire planet.
Then, the standard Xbox One, alright, that they removed the Connect, okay, that's going to be B. And
What?
you can't see it because now I have so many things in the B category that they're
Move your
blocked.
camera down.
So what I'm actually going
doofus.
to do is I am going to...
This might have to go on one of those Reddit pages or something about bad
demote
takes.
the GameCube
What?
to see, so we can see that the Xbox One is now in B. There you go. I'm demoting the GameCube to see. Yes.
DSP
received
should
a
be really
demotion.
careful right now. Because
Okay.
what he's doing
And
is
then
he's developing some really toxic
I'm going
fans
to
or
take
toxic enemies here.
The
If this gets on the bigger internet,
All
people are
that's
going to
left
get
is
pissed about this
PlayStation
kind of
2.
stuff.
PlayStation 2 S tier.
There you go. First good
PlayStation
decision
2
you made in a
Slim.
while.
Where's the Slim? Is this it right there? Is that PS2 Slim? S
Amazing the
tier.
amount of different tiers he has for literally the same
S
consoles.
tier.
Yeah.
SSS. Outstanding. So as you can see, Super Nintendo,
And I played a
original
lot of Armored
NES,
Core on my
and
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2 are the three ultimate consoles of all time. For now, we have not had a truly ultimate console since the early 2000s. The rest of
That
them
was
are all
so
duty.
terrible, I
Shit.
think you gave me cancer.
Although I will admit, I do like PS5 and Xbox Series X. I think they're getting very close. Okay, they are
Xbox
getting very
360 was
close,
S. I'm
but
sorry it was. You don't have to believe
we're
me, DSP, but it
definitely,
was.
Uh,
Honestly,
we're definitely
PlayStation 3
not. We
was
haven't
S as well.
seen gaming
You don't have to
greatness
believe me, but it
in a
was.
very long time.
GameCube
So
should
to
be at
reiterate,
least
the
A.
worst consoles ever: the Wii U and the Virtual Boy. I don't think anyone's going to argue there. The next worst, Game Gear. Then we have C tier, which is original Xbox, the original PS3, the Dreamcast, the PS Vita, the Sega Saturn, the original launch Xbox One with Kinect
GameCube
force
has a
fed
huge
down your
fan base, and
throat,
that console's almost 20 years.
and the GameCube.
Exactly.
Then
People get
in
pretty
B rank,
defensive of the
we've got the
GameCube,
original
as they should.
launch Game Boy,
But maybe not as
the
as
Nintendo
much
Switch,
as they should.
the original Atari 2600,
Other way around.
the original
More than they should.
Nintendo Game Boy Advance, the slim model of the PS3, the launch version of the Xbox 360.
You're really
as well as
comparing the
elite launch version of
GameCube
the
to
Xbox 360, which both had
the
the same
Dreamcast.
issue.
And the Sega
The
Saturn.
launch version
What?
of PS1, the Xbox Series S, The
I'm just not liking the
Nintendo
games that are out
DS
now. I have not been
Lite.
impressed by a current game in a while.
I guess that's supposed to be the final version of the PSP.
I think the last game that truly blew me away was Neo 2.
Nintendo Wii, and the second version of the Xbox One, the one that most people
me,
bought. That's there. Then, in A ranking, we've got the final version of the Xbox 360 that actually fixed all the problems. So there was no red rings or anything ever again. The original Sega Genesis or Mega Drive.
I have something that might cut my stream short a little bit.
Game Boy Advance what is that one called? S something? It's the one that folds. I can't remember what it was called. It starts with an S, right? The final version of PS1 that fixed all the problems. And this one actually had the bells and whistles like the dual thumbsticks as well as a screen. The Game Boy Color, which was the pocket and then color added to it as well.
For these takes more than anything.
The PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I think this might
Xbox
actually
Series
call
X,
some attention down on him.
Nintendo 3DS XL as
Bought
well
a
as the
Series X
standard
and barely
Nintendo
use it.
3DS,
Haven't
great
even been
consoles.
bothered to buy a PS5.
The
Nintendo
64.
It's really no need,
and
honestly.
The PlayStation 4. Okay?
Elden
then
Ring was really
S
good on
rank,
PlayStation 5.
untouchable, the best so far. All right? Super Nintendo, NES, and PlayStation 2 models. And you might argue, well, Phil, we might say, Phil, what is the ultimate, absolute best of all-time console in your mind? All right?
Go ahead and say the Virtual Boy.
It's a tough question to answer because you really have to weigh and balance all the pros and cons, all of the factors involved. You have to drop things on the floor when you're trying to answer the question, making noise and further distracting from the imminent truth that you have to share with your audience.
PlayStation 2, easy
But
answer.
for me, the
The
absolute
only good game that
best
looks really good to me
console
right now is Resident Evil 4 Remake.
ever
And
made.
you don't even need to buy that. DSP
in
played it, so you can
history
watch his streams of it.
was the Philips CDI.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer.
No, it's the Super Nintendo. The
What?
Super Nintendo Entertainment System, of course. It's the one that I grew up with
Oh,
in my
there we
earlier
go.
years as an early teen.
That's why it's the best.
It's the one that all my favorite games were on. The
This
best
is
RPGs,
stupid.
the best fighting games, the best everything was on it. It was the best console of the 16-bit era. And I was still, to this day, I have nostalgic feelings about playing. When people say, Phil, what was your best Christmas present? Super Nintendo. I sat there on Christmas Day. I was playing Super Mario World all day long. I went and ate delicious food. My mother had made the family.
Cat?
Like, it was amazing.
Cat made
And
some
like,
food?
well, I still remember those days.
Speaking
those
of
amazing
that, where's that
memories.
cake
I sat around
situation at?
playing Street Fighter on
You
a
gotta check
joystick,
in on that.
playing music in my boombox. That was like Bush playing Machine Head as I was beating the shit out of Zangief. Those were the days. Thank you
What
for
were the
watching my
days
tier maker
of
rankings
DSP?
of the best consoles of all time. I hope you enjoyed it and you will share your
No,
thoughts.
that gave me
Thanks for
cancer,
watching.
DSP. That was terrible.
If I could find a way to stop recording. Thanks. There we go. Okay. Guys, thank you. Some shout outs to do.
I'm looking at this tier list. The
Cinnamon
more I look
Rifle
at
One
it,
did a
the more
super chat.
haunted it
Thank you.
gets. The
Blue
more you
did a
look at
super
it.
chat. He says, wait, you put PS1
It's
in
nearly
B.
every single
the original
place is
model
wrong.
PS1. The original model PS1 didn't have thumbsticks and was faulty. It had a
We already
loose
went over
lens.
this,
The
DSP.
later models fixed all those problems and had a better
I grew up
controller,
playing the
so those are
GameCube, and
higher
that's
up.
a C. Yeah, your childhood
Cinnamon
doesn't
Rifle One did
matter,
a super
Steph.
chat. Where did you
Try
rank the Atari
again.
2600? About the middle there in B tier.
This guy right here who's dressed like a
And
clown, his
Flying
childhood
Dutchman,
matters.
also known as Dutch,
so
is super
cringe.
chat. He says Turbo
I've
Graphics,
been talking
Neo
about
Geo,
Street
3DO,
Fighter.
Sega
Yeah,
CD. Sadly, they're just not
The
in there.
one game he was ever
Turbo
good
Graphics I
at.
never played, I can't
Good,
rank. Neo Geo I
quotation
never
marks
played, I
at.
can't rank. 3DO I never played, I
The
can't
only
rank.
game,
Sega
and he
CD,
gets his
I never
ass
played
whooped
it
all
when
the
it
time
was
by
new,
Gocha Tanks.
but I bought one years later. It is duty. It is a bad console. It would probably be about D tier.
This was a very toxic
And then,
stream. I don't think he realized it.
Sega 32X, that is absolutely lower than F tier. It's actually worse than the Virtual Boy and the Wii U.
Stop
the
it.
32X is just a turd. They sold you a turd in a box. You
Poop
open it, you
stuff
just get a
again?
nice whiff of that brandly freshly opened turd. You plug it right into your Genesis. You play the same fucking games. It's so stupid.
You done?
Okay. I received more tips. By the way, guys, now it's going to be time for my coffee and birthday cake. We're actually going to switch over. Let's do that. Thank you, guys. You've been an absolutely amazing audience today. It's time for coffee and birthday
duty.
cake. All right?
That guy.
But in the meantime,
he didn't strike
I
him.
received a $29 tip.
Sweet. We're up to 500.
Hope you have a blessed one. Thank you for your consistent content. No name attached to that one. Just an anonymous $29
It's
tip.
Mom.
Thank you so much, whoever
Mom
that
sent
was.
it. Very nice, Mom. Thank you.
So nice of you and generous of you. And we'll add that to the running total. That means we have reached $500 in tips so far today, guys.
What's Cat's cut?
Obviously, thank you so very
520?
much. You now have the
She's
choice
gonna
to
slap
choose
you
if
around a
want to
little
see
bit and
new
say,
vest.
"You're missing."
So let's go
somebody.
ahead and do a
Make
vest
sure it shows
poll
up
for you
tomorrow.
guys.
Okay, honey. I'll be sure to get that money to you. In fact, it's now 600.
Which
If DSP used logical
do we
reasoning and
want
judgment
our
for the
vest
time and personal
swap
experience, I'd be
or
fine with
no?
this.
No.
Look at this child of
the
a middle-aged
Pokemon
man.
Vest, gold, beige, or McFly vest. Here we go.
I agree. Yeah, Scopely's about to become $500 richer. Nice. Or DoorDash.
If someone is tipping, and you're wondering why is your name not there, it's because you have to put your name in it. If you don't put your name in it, all I see is the body of your message. This is not like it used to be when I used to use a third-party tipping program. You're literally sending it directly.
Why don't you use
through
that
to
program
PayPal.
anymore, DSP?
So
Tell
you have
me.
to say, this is so
Tell me what
I just
happened.
wanna say
I like
blah,
this
blah, blah.
story.
That's how you do it, okay?
Why doesn't DSP tell us the stories I wanna hear?
Didn't realize their name would not show up, okay? It actually is, Israel says it was them. Thank you, Israel. If this was, indeed was you, thank you so
The
so
country
very
of
much.
Israel
That's very
donated to
generous.
DSP? Damn,
Then
that's
I received
awesome.
a $4.50 tip
You're killing it. They loved Isaac Heimler.
from Tillman. I will slightly disagree on the console of choice, but strongly agree with the rest of your choices. 4.5 out of 5 for your gaming tier list.
Are you on drugs too?
Well, thank you. It seems like people like my rankings, huh?
I think they're lying to you.
I'm glad you like this. Again, if you like this event, we did 2 of them today. We could definitely do these in the future. If you like the tier maker stuff, I'm down for doing it again in the future. Right now, we're out of time for it today. But if you enjoyed it, I definitely consider doing
$500
it
in
again.
tips. He's not going to get $900
Okay.
tip like he did on his birthday during the best streak.
Okay?
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. If these people actually liked him and actually supported his
And
content, they would. I guess that
received
means they don't like him.
$1.25 tip from Spawn Killer. They didn't put Dreamcast on the list. Yes, they did. Dreamcast was on that list, and we ranked it.
I should have bought
Yeah,
that
they did. You
Dreamcast.
missed it.
That dude
Gotta
was
go
trying to
back
sell
and
me a
watch that. You
Dreamcast
missed
for
it.
$100.
You weren't looking.
He
You
said I
blinked.
could have 2 controllers and
And,
any
you
2
missed
games
it.
I
That's
wanted
what happens when you blink.
for $100.
Okay.
That made me think it was a murder weapon.
Good stuff.
There's a gun hidden
So,
inside there.
thank you all. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go
No
get
way.
a piece of a cake, which means if I'm going to eat, I'm going to take all this stuff off again. just
I'll be right
to
back too.
have
I need to get some
coffee.
water.
So if you can bear with me, I will get rid of this. I'm going to go get coffee and a piece of cake. Come back, and we're going to have live birthday cake together. It'll be short. It won't be that long of a segment. And then we're going to do the WWE fantasy match, and that's the end of the marathon, guys. If you can believe it, look what time it is. It's already 6:30. Can you believe it? Man, did time fly today, right? So thank you all. I'm just going to leave the chair. I'm going to go downstairs and grab all that stuff, come back, and we're going to do birthday cake and coffee. I'll be right back.
This is our 3rd dose of chair. Guys, can you believe how much time has passed with all the stalling I've done today? Look at how long I've been streaming. 7 hours and 42 minutes. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Get that off the damn screen, asshole. Let's see, we got anything we can watch real briefly before he gets back? Probably not. Someday I want to watch the Scientology video. It's kind of funny. Is this the one that I was thinking of? No, this is the one I was watching. This is from earlier in the day.
I got about 8 or 9 threatening emails from various parties that all claim to essentially be
I kinda wanna see
detractors
if
of
I can
mine
find a
whose
game
channels
for that
have
at the flea market
been hit with
sometime.
false copyright
It
takedowns
would
in
be
my name.
great to find one.
Various levels of threats, some of which are just upset that this is happening, some of which are directly saying it's my fault and I need to do something about it. I better contact YouTube.
Isn't it wild how that
Stop
works,
dragging my
Dustin?
feet.
That game's all
One
about
of which actually
radiation,
claiming
and
they
it
have
gets you
they're
clean.
involved in a lawyer, and they're actually going to try to get involved to try to sue me. To which I laugh because this is just shit. The stuff they say is so ridiculous. Yes, you're going to get a lawyer and sue me, even though I've done nothing wrong. So you're going to spend all that money going to court,
Yeah.
issuing a lawsuit, just to be told this person didn't do anything. You can't sue them. Right? Again, the whole issue with the false copyright system.
DSP,
it's a
I don't
bad
have
system
to
that
win
YouTube
to
made.
waste your time.
I don't run YouTube. YouTube is legally
I don't have
liable
to
for
win
any
to
claims
hurt you.
that are issued against the site. Even though they pretend like they're not, they are.
You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself.
In a nutshell, I explained to the YouTube support chat agent that someone is impersonating me and
Yeah, what
false
exactly
strikes
is the
against
threat?
my
I agree.
detractors, and they're upset and they're
And
threatening
if
me
you
now.
haven't seen it yet, you should go
To which they just keep
coverages
responding,
about
that can't
it yourself.
happen.
Okay.
We vet all
We'll
claims.
check it out.
Like, I'm telling you, it's happening. There's concrete evidence that it is happening. This is not everyone making it up.
Honestly,
it's
the
happening. Oh
trackers
no,
that
we
I've
vet all
interacted
claims
with
that
feel like
can't
this
happen.
come off looking kind of dumb.
You're wrong.
It
Now,
is
since
not
you
a
can't
good
help
look.
me, please escalate this. No, well, it just can't happen.
It's not a good
What do you
look to
mean?
try and
I'm
make
telling
it.
you, it's happening. We're all looking at it right now. It's definitely happening. Please
Don't
escalate the
create
issue.
theater.
Oh well, it
Is
can't
what I'm
happen.
trying to say.
Okay, I give up. And that's what I mean. They don't care. YouTube doesn't care. They hire people who literally sit in a call center. Of course, it's not a call center. It's a chat center. They have a checklist of stuff they're supposed to say. And once it reaches that point where they can't help, they literally sit there and do nothing to hope that you disconnect from the chat so that they can say, oh, customer disconnected. Well, conversation ended. And that counts as a completed conversation for them. Or they just repeat the same word over and over so that you go away. They don't have to actually resolve anything. They don't have to. Okay? So that's the thing. And I spent over an hour. They absolutely, I said, you must escalate this. Oh, no, we don't have to because it can't happen. Okay. So basically, you're not going to help me. They refused to help. Right?
I did nothing wrong.
Exactly,
I
Fifth
did
Rider.
everything correct.
It makes him a
I
target.
also contacted
You would think
YouTube
he would take that
creators
very seriously.
on YouTube. Excuse me, on Twitter.
That's what he
This is their
should be mad
creators'
about, but he's
account
not.
Where serious issues are supposed to address to this account. And many, many YouTubers over the years have tweeted at them and gotten help from YouTube creators. So I tweeted at them and I DM'd them.
DSP is
And I
like a
explained
man
the
who steps
situation,
on the
saying,
guardrarake
"Your
and blames
support is
rake."
ignoring the issue,
Yeah,
saying
dude,
it
they
doesn't
need to
exist when it
design a
does.
better
This
rake
is gonna be a
that you
legal
can
issue,
step
not
on
for
and
me,
not
for
get
you.
hurt.
Someone likely could do a class action lawsuit against you and sue you for this because they have proven evidence here that there is a loophole in your system that someone's abusing and you're ignoring it. So, guess what happened?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. I
They
hate
haven't
that.
responded. It's been, at this point, almost 24 hours. They haven't responded at all. What a shocking twist that they wouldn't respond to this, correct?
Yeah,
They
he
don't
doesn't
care.
have this notch
Again,
in his
YouTube
head
does not care
that he
about
had
it
earlier.
unless you sue them.
Or later, I guess.
They do not care.
People trying to play as the victim. Yeah, well, that's what it is. They do something bad, but then they realize, oh shit, maybe we went over the line and we're going to get in trouble for it. Oh, quick, let's try to flip it so that we're innocent. It's called, defense mode, panic mode, for people who know that they screwed up.
So I see things like, oh, don't you know that chat is a bot? No, it's not. It's a human.
It sure
You
looked
can
like a
tell from
bot
the
to
way that
me.
They're talking, and all of a sudden their speech breaks down, and now they're skipping words and stuff. It's a human who's nervous, who doesn't know how to answer questions, and basically isn't paid to answer anything serious because YouTube doesn't
How do you
have
know
no
how
customers.
people are paid,
You can tell
DSP? I don't
people who's stuttering and
understand
shit
this.
when they're typing
How does
because they don't know
DSP
how to
have
help,
this
okay?
insight?
So that's stupid. Oh, it's just a bot. So why'd you tell me to talk to them then? Like literally.
If DSP has this much shocking levels of insight about any given subject, how is he so incompetent? Because he knows what people are thinking. He knows what companies are thinking. He knows what decisions they want to make. He knows when people are getting paid. He knows how much they're getting paid. He knows where they are at all times. He knows where these chat message systems are. Dude, DSP, if you have infinite knowledge, why are you doing nothing with it? Is that not even more of a failure? The omniscient person who doesn't know anything? Isn't that even more embarrassing? He knows what we're thinking. He knows everything about our lives. He knows everything about how miserable people we are. This dude knows so much. It blows me away. I never even pretend like I understand what everyone's thinking at all times. DSP knows your thoughts before you have them.
I was getting threatening emails. You must contact YouTube. You must contact YouTube, or we will sue you, or we will attack you, we will false strike you. So I contact YouTube. Oh, didn't you know
Stuttering
that's just a
text.
bot?
Yeah.
Lol.
I don't know
So why
about
the
all
fuck
that.
did you tell me to contact them if that wasn't what you wanted, right? So now I see other hilarious
You guys
things
see that the
call
right
YouTube.
tried hitting my
There's no
face?
YouTube
The
fucking
stupid
customer
companies should
support
design.
phone
Yeah,
number.
they
It
were.
doesn't exist.
See, these
Because
companies
even
were
if it did,
stupid.
every
They
content
thought
creator
that
would call
like
them
this
for
rake
issues.
would be good.
Why aren't you
In fact, they were
emailing
designing
YouTube?
it to kind of be like
There
a
is no
toy.
email address to contact YouTube for customer support either. There was one many years ago, I know, before they ever had the chat system.
Then who's
they
Duty
did have
talking to?
a partner support email address. I used to use it all the time, and that's how I got help with things like false copyright strikes and takedowns.
How can
that
DSP
was
tell people
totally
are nervous
taken
for
away
checks,
of,
but
of
everyone's
years and years
stupid
ago.
who
The
said
moment
he
that they
was
created
nervous
that
during the
chat
review?
and implemented
That
that on
is
YouTube,
wild.
they did away with the email address. So that doesn't even exist. So it's hilarious the things people say. Why didn't you call? Why didn't you email? That don't exist. You're an idiot.
So butthurt and so defensive that I was like, this is fucking great. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
So,
man. They keep
I read
adding
all that, like,
things
this is
like
absolutely
stupid
hilarious.
stuff to these
Now, one of the
rigs,
things I
Dustin.
keep saying,
Like
seeing
Wi-Fi.
constantly is why won't Phil
And
just show
Bluetooth.
his copyright claim history? If
And
he's truly innocent,
people
he's
only
not
liked
claiming these
Bluetooth
videos
because it
and taking them
sounded
down.
cool.
Why doesn't he just show them? All right.
What a day so far,
the
folks. So
funny
we're gonna
part
have
about
my
all
birthday cake with coffee, and then we're going to do the WWE 2K fantasy match, and that's it for today.
He was
What a
out
day
there in the
so
hallway
far.
practicing
It's
that.
almost 7.
He didn't want to
You know,
accidentally
the
slip
match
up and
usually
say
lasts around
champions.
half an hour or so, give or take. So
What the
should
hell
be
happened
good.
to your hair between this
Keep
half
the
of the stream
Pokemon
and the
vest.
first
People want to
half?
keep the Pokemon vest. All right, keep in mind that's going to
He
go
has
back
chat
on after
logs,
I
but everyone
eat.
else
Have
has
my
to reach
coffee
out to
cake here. We
YouTube
can
on
guys
Twitter.
talk for a little bit, and then we'll
And everyone else has emails.
put that back
but
on for the
whatever.
finale. Okay. Looks like a small birthday cake. It's a piece of cake, and it's actually quite big too. It's a big chunky.
Yeah,
cake.
so
It's dense
debunked,
cake.
idiot.
It's not
How
airy-
dare
it's
you
not
shame
super
my
airy,
cake.
Fluffy.
That
It's a
does
little more of a
not
denser
look
cake. I'll tell
good,
you why in a minute.
DSP.
You're probably wondering what it is, right?
Yeah, I am actually wondering
I got
what
a
the hell
tip.
that
I
is.
did get a tip.
Is that
Thank you.
particle
Let's see.
board? Delicious. The trick to eating particle board is to not stop. Keep
I
going.
received a $10.66 tip, and it is from Jared. He says, "Happy birthday! Happy very good birthday! Did you look at the size of the new Star Wars Jedi Survivor game? Yes, it's huge.
His hair's
It's fine.
pulling off in
Luckily
clumps.
for me, I don't have 400 games installed at once.
King Gabriel.
So I don't think
Stop.
it's gonna be a big deal for me. Might be a big deal for others who you know are always kind of battling for hard drive space, especially people who share a console. But I don't. I'm lucky in that regard. So I'm not too
yeah.
concerned about it. But
It looks like
yes, I
carrot
did.
cake,
Thank
but
you
it
so
really
much for the tip.
looks like
Thank you
bad
so much for the
carrot
birthday
cake. How do
wishes, Jared.
I don't know,
Gabriel
maybe
did a
carrot
super
cake
chat
is
that
harder
gave your
to do
console
than I
ranking list
realized.
An S tier. Wow. You guys like it, huh?
think I
Did
made
you
some
really
in
like
high
the Pure
school.
Maker stuff? I didn't know how you guys were gonna like it. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it.
I love the DSP. Big fan.
Where would a PC go on that list? Negative. What's under F?
DSP.
Like Shitsville.
Poop. God.
Shitsville tier.
See, DSP,
Booty-
let's
booty
compare
doody.
my jokes.
Booty doody
I did
tier.
a joke about you being worse than F tier. You did a
Okay,
joke
you
about
guys
poop.
ready?
Do you notice the
So I'm going to
cleverness
start
is
recording,
not as
and I'm
much
gonna tell you
present
what
in
this cake
yours?
is, and we're gonna try it out,
Granted,
and have some
mine
coffee
wasn't
with you.
particularly clever,
Okay?
but even I managed
here
to
we
beat
go.
you out.
Hello, everyone, and
This
welcome
is not
to a
the
very
same peanut butter
special
cake that
video
gets-
and part of my birthday celebration stream. It is time.
It gets taken
for
out of the
birthday
deep
cake.
freeze.
Now, every year
Oh,
since Kat moved
that's
in with me
good
many
peanut
years
butter
ago,
cake.
she's made me a chocolate cake for my birthday. This year, she even expressed her desire to do something differently, and I said, you know what? I'm
She
okay
said,
with that
"I'm
because
done
we've
with that
done
stupid chocolate
every
cake
year now.
bullshit. You're getting
For
what
so
I
many
make you
years,
and you
some
like
years
it."
it's been like chocolate with peanut butter frosting. Some years it's just like chocolate with peanut butter cups in it. Sometimes with the chocolate sauce. It's like it's
Chocolate
a lot of
sauce?
chocolate. Okay, so this year we want to do
Is
something
that
completely
pudding?
different. And she said she was going to go online and find a recipe and try it out for herself. Okay. So that being said, all right.
That doesn't
today,
sound good at all. That sounds
homemade
dangerous.
meaning recipe she found
Game
online made from
over.
scratch. This is not a pre-made mix. Even this frosting she made herself.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Is the plate made from scratch too? How about the fork?
Carrot pecan cake.
Put that right in the
Carrot
trash, DSP.
pecan. Real chunks of carrot. Actually, it was like
You know what?
shredded
Better
carrot
yet, dear
with
DSP,
tons of pecans.
step out in the hallway
in
and
this
toss that
homemade
bad boy
cake
down the stairs.
with a
Make her
cream
wonder
cheese
why it's
frosting.
there.
How does that look?
Well, it looked a
Looks
little blurry
interesting.
when you.
I've never had it before. I like carrot cake. I love pecans. So everything, all the ingredients sound good. The question is, will the final outcome be good?
No.
We're about
What's
to
with the
find
paper
out
plate,
right
dude?
now.
Why don't you wash your dishes?
So carrot pecan cake, and she made a big one.
Chad said,
Big,
"Phil, if I
big
eat any
sheet.
more-"
This is my first piece.
I can't
Neither
eat
of us
chocolate.
have
I'll
it.
die.
All right, so here we
There
go.
was a second there. Kat was rubbing her
Phil
chins.
versus carrot
I was
pecan
thinking about
cake,
this.
The birthday
He could
cake
die if I
for
give him a chocolate cake.
2023. You ready?
Nah, I can't dispose of the body right now. We'll make something else. Dude, no one needs a definition of homemade. I did, because I thought, like, the home made it. See, I'm an extremely stupid detractor. I didn't know what it meant.
That's really good.
Does he think frosting is hard to make or something? Yeah, it's really not.
It's actually got a really good aftertaste, actually.
And furthermore, why does he have this
It's got a
stupid
lot of
obsession with
spice
things
to it.
being homemade
Like a
anyway?
cinnamon spice?
Or from scratch?
It's
Some
delicious.
stuff that's pre-made is really
It's
good,
really
DSP.
good. I want.
It takes
hold
out
on a
the
second
error.
here.
Take Cat into the bathroom.
Hold on a second here.
This is what I think of your cat. Damn it! This is what I think of your cake, Cat.
It's very moist.
This is what I think of it. And I'm going to go ahead and put my Wii U in there,
dense.
too.
It's got yummy pecans that are
Pecan?
crunchy in it.
Yeah, it does not look good. It looks really dry.
It's got, like I said, a very spice to it. I love the spice.
It has a
It's
very
like chocolate.
spice to it?
All you taste is chocolate. Here you taste different
DSP
things.
Gaming,
You
how
taste
big is the
spices.
portion of
I
cake
wonder what
you got?
I don't know what
Derek,
you put in it.
shut up.
I didn't ask her for the recipe, so I have no clue
Why
what's
does that
actually in
matter?
the cake.
Do you want him to
Besides,
measure
I would
for
do
you?
some cinnamon. I taste cinnamon, but there's other stuff in there too.
Go harass porn stars, Derek. Leave us alone. We were chilling and having a good time watching DSP eat cake. Sorry, after seeing
I got some
DSP
of the
explain
frosting.
why he
That's
does
really
this
good.
stupid extra wordiness, I'm just done with the pig. He has to do it to sound smart. He doesn't look like he's enjoying that spiciness in the
The
cake.
truth is that
He looks
you
befuddled.
don't really taste carrot that much. Very little.
Trash.
A lot of people might have issue with carrot cake. Oh, I don't
Trash
like
carrot cake. Doesn't even taste like carrots.
It tastes like a spice cake, like spice in it, with pecans and a tasty cream cheese frosting. It's all pureed carrot in it,
It looks like garbage.
but it
DSP.
tastes really good. And again,
I'm glad you like it.
you don't have to worry about I don't like carrots or.
But can you please
It
stop
tastes
smacking
nothing
your
like that
lips?
at all.
I'm about to flip
It's
out.
very, very good.
You're about to see rage from me you have not seen in a while. I will toss my room apart.
Wow,
Yeah, the cake does not look good.
wow.
He described
No,
the cake
it's really
as moist.
good.
Given how much DSP doesn't understand a lot of concepts, he might not actually know what moist is.
Here's the other thing. I have a coffee right here next to me,
How about a water?
ready to drink. I don't need it.
Okay, that's
I
a
don't
coffee
need any
cup.
liquid.
That
The
doesn't
cake
mean
is
anything
so
to me.
moist. I don't need any liquid.
You
to
do
wash it
need
down.
liquid.
It's so effing moist.
I
It's
can
perfect.
hear that you need liquid, DSP.
It's exactly the consistency you want in a cake. It's not dry in any way.
Then why are you smacking your lips so much if it's
Wow.
not dry? Am I being gaslit from cake? Yeah, Kiwi Farmer. We burned
I
through a
love the
ton of
pecan
them today.
crunchy in there, and they add a nuttiness.
And it's
so
because
good.
all the clones have really bad
Cinnamon
vision,
Rifle Bun
so
did
as soon as they
because I'm
get
heading
up,
off
they
to
usually
sleep.
die
Bro,
because
happy
their bodies
birthday.
fall apart
Thank you,
looking
Cinnamon
at what
Rifle
they
Bun,
couldn't
for
see.
for the nice well wishes and the support today. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Yummy, yummy. So good.
Because DSP clones, you can't really see it because it's off the camera, but their legs are even in worse shape than low tier gods.
Is a cream
So they
cheese
tend to break
frosting made
down
with Philadelphia
literally
cream
as soon as they
cheese.
get back up.
Handmade by my wife. Handmade.
It is a pretty decent mug.
Not some container frosting you just spread on there because you're lazy.
Why is that
It's
bad,
made from
DSP?
scratch.
Why is that bad?
It is very good.
Shut up, DSP. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mango,
what-
the stream
and
has
what
been
if
very,
my-
very
what
good. We
if
had a
I'm
great
busy?
time today so far.
What if
We
I'm
did.
busy
Good
and I don't
variety
have
of
time
stuff.
to make my own dumbass frosting? Shut up. You're lazy. You're lazy. Look at you holding a paper plate. That's lazy. You can't even wash your dishes. Sorry, I took that really personally for some reason. Do they have baby legs? Yes. It's like ATSTs walking around. Oh, I like milk because it helps cut through the sweetness. Some people balance the sweetness with bitter coffee. That's usually how I do with coffee. I have a ton of milk in my coffee. It's basically not even coffee by the time
It's
I get
so
done
good,
messing
man.
with it.
I love it. How would I rate this cake
Yeah, what's the tier?
and compared to the other cake? What we need to do a tier maker event where I will rate the birthday cakes that Kat has made me.
All F.
2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 26 different cakes.
All F.
We have to rank. 2019 will be F tier. You want to know why? She didn't make me one because we went to get married that year. So the
This
non-existent
stupid
cake is
bitch
F rank.
couldn't even bother
There
to
you
make
go.
a cake when you're getting married. See,
I don't know if
there's
I can
the
finish
there's
it.
the
I'm still
red
kinda
flag,
full. We were
DSP.
eating dinner about 90 minutes ago. So I don't know if I can even finish it. It's
The real lore
it's
is that
very
the
dense
dishwasher's
and
still
heavy.
broken. He won't
It looks
fix it.
airy. It's not. It's dense.
Obviously,
cake,
that's not
heavy
laziness,
moist
though.
cake. It's very good.
They do look kind of swollen. He's got some very weird shadowing around his eyes. It looks almost like he has a spray tan sometimes.
Well, I've been doing more
got
tier
that
maker
Donald Trump
future
glow.
marathons. That's up to you
Now,
guys.
is your
If you
coffee
like
more
the tier
ma-
maker
Yes,
rankings I did
yes,
today?
that's exactly
I
what
did
it
2.
is.
I did best horror movie villains and best game consoles. If you enjoy those tier makers, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do more in the future. If that's what you guys are digging, you want those events.
They
more
actually
often,
made
I
me
will do it.
mad.
King Gabriel says, "Are you this animated when you eat off stream?" When I eat off stream, I go full 2D cell animation. I look like a Looney Tune. It's pretty awesome. And sometimes ink starts to drip out my face.
dude.
And
And you're not even
Yeah.
funny, so don't try and joke
course.
with it. Just answer the question.
it's just a little dangerous because I have to dodge Acme safes and big rockets and stuff when I'm eating dinner because, you know.
Speaking of Looney Tunes,
All right, this is great. But I don't think I can finish, man. It's so cool.
I command that you
look
shoot
at that.
me now.
There's actually a piece of carrot sticking out. Look at that. You see it? Do you
one
see the
got through
carrot
the
there
cat
sticking out?
genocide. I can't really see
That's
it.
cool. A big piece of carrot sticking right out. Right at my mustache right now. See, it's going up my nose. Oh, chew! I told you it was really carrot cake. There's real carrot pieces in there.
Can't do
All right, here we go.
Take this shit no more, man.
It's really good.
Yeah, don't rank your wife's food in public to strangers. Because what are you going to do? What you're supposed to do is just say it's all
Bud says
great.
his birthday's the 19th. He's planning on eating at a buffet with his family. That sounds fun. Or any particular buffet you're going to that you like?
Cake is
I've
so
only been to a
good.
couple in my
I
life.
can't even finish it. It made me so full. I'm so full.
Old country buffet once.
I've taken the
And that
better
was all
approach
right,
and
but
only
there was a lot of
checking
people
out
there. It
what's
was kinda
going on with
nasty.
Phil
They
here
would
and
throw
there,
shit all
but
over the
not
place,
following
which was
extra
pretty
close like I
gross.
used to. Yeah, I still kind of hope that there's more leftover anger from the side scrollers thing, but it has kind of died down a little bit.
Yummy.
I dive deep into it though.
Is the carrot
I
cake
can't get
because
it up.
Easter
I think
season
it's
or
a
coincidental?
sadomasochism thing.
Well, my
Snort in my
wife
ear,
was
dude.
looking for recipes online for
Snort in my
cake.
ear.
And as she was looking for recipes
There's no safe
online
word
for
here,
cake,
buddy.
she found no carrot cake recipe. I think the carrot cake recipe was because this week is Easter, but that wasn't what she was looking for. Just incidentally, it's what she ran into online.
So she gave up after
So it was kind
finding
of a
one result?
coincidence.
Awesome. I tell
Went
you,
to
just
hometown
give up.
buffet. I don't know, Willow. Maybe I don't remember. Ugh.
Oh no.
I really want to finish this, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
It's such a delicious cake, but I gotta throw this shit out. Phil, can you ban me, please? Shut up. I'm begging. Begging will get you banned.
Ugh. It's so much. It's so dense.
Look at his head, man.
It's so heavy.
What is going on with
It's
that?
so filling, and I
Widow's
already ate 2 pieces of pizza and a giant thing of nachos. Oh,
peach. DSP's gonna have to update all his little avatars to show this
Painful
notch
to
in his
eat
head.
it. I'm so full.
Exactly, Kiwi. This looks no, what's her voice?
Nico, even if unless you're an ultra member,
This looks good
submitting
enough, I
videos for
guess.
DSP versus the internet, you're
He-
likely not
he'll
going to
just
get into
eat
the
it,
show
doesn't
tomorrow. You
matter.
can still try, but there's no guarantee because now people have been submitting videos all week, so it all depends.
Alright, man, come on, let's move along. Throw the trash out in the
Joey said I
hallway.
like cheesecake, carrot cake, tres leche, and baked flan.
DSP Gaming,
All sound
careful with
delicious.
diabetes. You're eating an
Say what's
awful
going
lot
on.
of carbs and
What
sugar.
a day, Say it's been a great day today. We had a lot of fun stuff. We still got the battle royale coming up.
Cammy's
right after I
about to get
finish my
banned.
cake. So, all right, this is it. This is a lot. I'm having one final bite. I can't eat the rest of it. Look, I can't finish this. It's too much. It's too fucking much. I'm gonna
It's too
fall. I'm gonna
much
explode.
cake.
I can't eat that much. I'm not used to eating this much. This is like overeating for me.
Shut up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, everyone. Excuse me.
Derek's getting shit on in chat.
Oh.
What the hell, man? Cut this out.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. No. Oh, the cream cheese frosting smeared. command run clown mode.exe. I can't do it. I can't finish it. It's too much.
Can we have the rest? We're here
Oh, that was
after all.
delicious pecan. Mmm. Oh my gosh, good.
Maybe a salad earlier would have been better if it. Yeah. Or maybe something small like
What a delicious pecan.
applesauce.
Mmm.
DSP snorting and lip smacking is more than annoying. I'm glad I'm not wearing headphones. Yeah, I'm wearing headphones. I hear everyone right into my ear.
Did I ever have a ice cream cake on my birthday? I recall I think I did once. Usually I would have a Italian cake. Italian
His face
cake is
looks
sponge
really
cake
bad today.
that's
You're absolutely right,
soaked in
Dustin.
Juice
He looks
and has layers
orange
of
and he has
pudding,
weird
fruit,
shadows
and
in his
nuts
eyes,
with
and he's got
frosting
a
and
new
all kinds of
salience
stuff.
forming
It's
in his
amazing.
widow's
If
peak.
you ever had an authentic Italian cake, it's super good, but they only make them at a real Italian bakery.
Yeah, let's
We used
just
to go
move
to
on
one
to
all
the
the time that was called
WWE thing.
Luigi's
I might
Bakery.
actually think I
That
leave
cake
after this
closed, and now
because
there's
I've got to
nobody
go take care of some
anymore
stuff that kind of
there,
came
which
up out
really
of
sucks.
nowhere.
Yes,
What am
we
I
had
going to
the
miss with the
Italian cake during my
WWE
wedding.
thing?
Yes, we
Oh
did.
my God, it's them!
Shout out to
And they're
Moxerus
smacking
who's
him.
done a super
Oh my
chat.
God.
And says happy birthday to Phil, big time fan since
I don't say
since
okay.
2010. I'm 25 now. Your channel has been a lot to me over these years of my life. Here's to many, many more years. Thank you so much, Moxerus. What a nice message. It looks like your
Moxerus,
super
you've
chat
got
actually
many,
came
many
through this
years
time.
to
I know you tried it
reconsider.
earlier today and it didn't work. Thank you, Moxerus. What a nice message. I also received a tip,
Yeah,
but I'm
bump
going to
yourself
explode.
like a baby.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
Are we going to have a heart attack live on stream?
Tip. I received a $1.25 tip. Hold on. I'm really trying to read it. This is very hard for me right now. At Arkham's Best. Just read $1.25 and says, this is proof that the PS2 is the best console of all time. In 2001 alone, the PS2 got Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy X, Metal Gear Solid 2, Silent Hill 2, Ico, Grand Theft Auto 3, Gran Turismo 3, all were exclusives. Modern Sony could never even get close to that exclusive in a lineup that good. There you go.
Feels good. Read it all real
Thank you
quick
very
like
much
that.
to
Okay, done with that.
Best.
Oh, Derek is gay. Oh, that's bad. Whew.
Yes.
See, I was confused in chat. I was about to freak out and not donate.
My God.
He's probably got some insomnia gross.
Thank you, Arkham's
Probably.
Best. Jade says,
Yeah, the
sadly, you
WWE
cannot really have
systems
cake.
are
It makes you
terrible.
sick. Yeah, a lot of
And it's
oversweet
such a
things make people
bummer
sick to
because
their stomach. I'm
DSP
not
does this
surprised
amazing
to
thing
hear
where
that from
even
you.
when he
I
does
cannot
accidentally
eat stuff
think
like
of
this
something
all
that's
the
kind of
time.
funny,
When I was a kid, I
he
had a
manages
giant
to
sweet
ruin it
tooth.
because he
I
himself is not
loved
funny.
cake like this. Now it's like, oh.
The
My
WWE
wife made me
fantasy
a big
matches
sheet.
can actually
I
be
just
pretty
had one,
funny
I'll
if
try to
you
have like one piece a day. I probably won't even be able
if
to
you
do
aren't
it.
clown
And
moding
likely
the
I
whole
won't
time.
finish the cake before it goes
And
bad.
DSP, that's all he knows how to do.
That's just what happens. But it's amazing. I love this cake. I can't wait to have more.
I
I'm
hope the
just so full
cyanide
right now.
capsule. That
In
wouldn't you
day.
know it, Dustin?
You have the membership
Wouldn't
for
you know
22
it?
months. Have
The
a good birthday, Phil.
capsule
I love
was
your
in the
content.
piece
Thank
that
you
he
so much,
didn't
in
eat.
day. Thank you.
Every damn time. This dude dodges the assassinations every time. He's got
Hideyoshi
horseshoes
asks,
in
"Do you
both
think we'll hit 300
pockets.
likes today. Well, we're at 280. We have 350 some people on the stream. We did lose about 200 viewers. We started today with over 600. It is what it is. I don't know. It's close, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll get it because I don't know. If we got that many
DSP, those
views.
200 viewers were watching to see you complain about the strikes.
Okay, guys, that
and then
is
they were
amazing
done.
cake. Thank you to my wife. What a cake. I'll be eating that on and off all week, I'm sure. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Phil's birthday cake 2023.
You're going to be eating that piece on and
Eating
off?
Frenzy. That's what I'm going to call it. Birthday cake eating frenzy. Thank you all.
Come on. What now?
Okay. So here's what we're going to do.
Frenzy.
I'm going to head downstairs and get rid of the rest of this. I'm going to tell my wife to have some because it's amazing.
Oh,
And then we're
she's
going to come
now
right back
given
and I'm going to
permission
set
to eat
this
the
up
cake.
for
Nice.
the Fantasy Battle Royale to end the stream. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be gone for like 2 minutes. I'm going to come back. We're going to set up. Battle. I said Fattle.
Man, you're
Battle
starting to sound
Royale.
like me, man. You got to be careful.
Coming up next. Oh my God!
God,
if I don't
stop.
die. Thank you. I'll be right back, everyone. Okay.
You think maybe you could stop begging for engagement after making like a... Yeah, you would think. He got, what, how many gifted members? He got all this money. He got cake. Well, the cake doesn't necessarily look like a good thing. But you got nachos. All right. More chair stream. I like chair stream. And on that, we end with 14 clones. Okay, I got to bounce. Again, apologize for the abrupt departure, but I was glad that I was able to get some early stream in. I will be here tomorrow. That's the plan. I plan to stream his evening stream. I work in the morning, so that's fun. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun watching DSP piss me off with his tier list. I kind of want to send that tier list to people and ask them what their thoughts are, but it might lead to their heads exploding, like in scanners. So maybe I'll send it to some people I don't like. That might work. I'm gonna send it to Master Rankins. This Digimon loving loser. He's about to get it. Anyway. Yeah, he is done with muting the burps, huh? It's super easy to do it. You can set it to a hotkey on your keyboard, but can't be bothered with that. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great night.